ओके गाइस, सबका स्वागत है फिर से और एक बार अपना RTX गेमिंग चैनल पर। वेलकम बैक, दिस RTX। चलो आज खेलते हैं फिर से वैलोरेंट। वेलकम बैक। सो क्या हाल आप सभी का? आज का दिन कैसा जा रहा है आप लोगों का? हैप्पी विश्वकर्मा पूजा। तो खेलते हैं गाइस आज वैलोरेंट। मैं साउंड सही आ रहा है ना मेरा साउंड? एक सेकंड गाइस, थोड़ा टाइम दो। हाँ सब कुछ सही है। चलो तो गाइस आप लोगों को मैं टॉप पे मेरा ट्विच चैनल का लिंक दे रखा हूँ, पिन टॉप कर रखा है। आप लोग जो लोग इंटरेस्ट हो ट्विच में स्ट्रीम देखने के लिए ज्वाइन हो सकते हो, फॉलो कर सकते हो। यहाँ पर मैं बहुत ही जल्द ट्विच पे भी स्ट्रीम करूँगा। सो खेलते हैं गाइस आज वेलोरेंट फिर से और एक बार, ठीक है, लेट्स गो। लाइक मारो, आराम से बैठो, लाइक मारो।
Bragging rights if you get first pick.
Fight.
Don't worry,
Fight.
I'll keep them quiet. Obstacle removed.
भैया इसका नाइफ क्या लगा रखा हूँ मैं? वैसे दोनों ही मेरा बेटर बस का नाइफ है, कुछ परचेस नहीं किया अभी तक। मार दिया साले ने।
Cancelled. Target dead.
नो भाई, मार दे इसको।
Kill.
नो मैंने मिस कर दिया।
Target 86.
कंपटीशन मुंबई सर्वर मेरे को इजी लग रहा है भाई। मुंबई सर्वर का डीएम है। आज मुंबई का पिंग मक्खन है और सिंगापुर का पिंग पता है कितने? मैंने सुबह थोड़ा एक मैच खेला। ओ भाई, सुबह में खेला एक मैच, मुंबई का सर्वर का पिंग 100 के ऊपर आ रहा है, 100 के ऊपर आ रहा है। चलो पेंटम ट्राई करते हैं, ठीक है। तो पेंटम तो चलाता नहीं हूँ बट फिर भी लॉन्ग में मैं हक दूंगा पेंटम के साथ, लॉन्ग रेंज के अंदर, बट क्लोज में चल जाएगा। ओह व्हाट द फक, क्या कर रहा है बंदा? रनिंग गन, वो भी वेंडर के साथ। बंदे किधर है? अब इसको दिया अरे उसको हम कितना मैंने डैमेज दिया? मैं अभी नहीं देख सकता। इसको इसका अच्छा खासा मैंने डैमेज दिया। कोई ना, बैंडल रह गए थे, ठीक है। मैं अपना लीड छोड़ दिया इसकी वजह से। क्या कर रहा है? एक गोली खाऊं मैं। क्या भाई रनिंग गन करता है। नो बहुत ही गंदा था। चलो कोई ना। पिंग ज़्यादा क्यों है पता नहीं। मुंबई पे भी अभी पिंग ज़्यादा आ रहा है। जैसे मुंबई पे हमेशा ही पिंग ज़्यादा आता है, पता नहीं भाई। टेप टेप करना चाहिए था बंदे को, जो घटिया स्प्रे कर रहा ना।
Tango down.
भाई बंदे देखा नहीं कि बस जम के स्प्रे कर रहा है। एम भाई छोड़ दो बस। भाई दो बंदे एक साथ क्यों आता है? क्या पता है, एक भी नहीं आता है। क्या नाम सिर्फ है ऑफ कर रहा क्या? बंदे कहाँ पर है? The fuck? कुछ तो मेरा दिक्कत है गेम के लेटेंसी के ऊपर। मैं उसको शॉट पे हेड पे लगाया लिटरली, फिर भी नहीं बंदा नहीं मेरा। ऐसा लाइक अबे
1 minute remaining. One kill remaining.
इजी खत्म हो गया।
They were in my sight.
आज पिंग ज़्यादा है, मैं भी देखता हूँ सिंगापुर का। मैं सुबह जब खेला, एक मैच खेला, 100 के ऊपर पिंग आ रहा था। ट्राई कर दो। हाँ 120 पिंग भाई, बहुत ही ज़्यादा। पता नहीं आज क्यों, बट मेरा मुंबई का सर्वर का पिंग स्टेबल नहीं है। अभी देखा रहा है 50, बट अगर मैं मैच के अंदर घुस जाऊँ तो कभी कभी 80, 90, 100 भी पहुंच जाता है भाई। 900 भी पहुंच जाता है कभी कभी मेरा मुंबई के सर्वर। पता नहीं क्यों है, बट अभी सही दिखा रहा है। बट जो मेरा सिंगापुर का सर्वर का पिंग है वो स्टेबल है आज। मतलब 122 दिखा रहा है ना, बस इतना ही रहेगा, काम ज़्यादा नहीं रहेगा आज। हाँ ज़्यादा है, बट चलो खेल कोई ना। और एक खेलते क्या बोलते हो? ज़रूरत नहीं है, 100 की तो खेलना है। और कॉम पे आने में भाई 75 आवर्स, मतलब 2-3 दिन अभी भी। चलो कोई ना। मेरे यहाँ पर दिक्कत है ना बहुत ही ज़्यादा, इसलिए अभी कोई इशू नहीं है, फिक्स हो जाएगा।
Match found.
चलो स्नैप करते हैं, ठीक है। इसमें जेट ले लूँ या चैम्बर? चैम्बर कर लो। लाइक मारो गाइस, लाइक क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? चलो सब कुछ सही खेलते हैं। FPS ड्रॉप हो रहा है क्या? फ्रेम ड्रॉप? FPS बोल रहा हूँ। हाँ बिट रेट ना ना।
These imposters actually think they can beat my tech. Let's test that theory.
Gun here. Revealing area.
क्या है ये?
Taken out.
Spikes down. Spike
Anti,
down.
anti.
Attacker spawn.
Powers out.
नियॉन कहाँ पर है? मार दिया। इसका क्रॉसर देखो।
Player standing.
वो होता है ना सॉन्ग को पॉज करने का, प्ले करने का, म्यूजियम का जो लोगो होता है वो है।
Chamber, about that nanotech for your guns. Do you like have any extra or?
चलो है ना।
I'll cut through. I have the spike.
Spike down. A.
लग जा। वो दो ही दिया मैंने।
One less. This should be. I win again. Cutting through. Spike planted. Teleport's broken. Watching here.
दिख गया उसको कैसे?
One enemy remaining.
That's three.
लास्ट कहाँ पर है?
Last player standing.
मिनी मैप में देख रहा था। फक।
Time to jump.
Nice.
Oh, this is a much better trajectory.
A gift.
Audio. ठीक है.
Find a way through them.
Scanning ahead. Watching this. Found them.
Caution here. Caution here.
Placing sentry.
Enemy down.
ओ भाई कहाँ पर था नियॉन भाई मैं मरता लिटरली.
Enemy spotted.
There they are. Watching here.
Alarm bot out.
Reloading.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Watch back.
Turret destroyed. Yes. Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
I have more tests to run.
Good. Analyze, then improve.
That works.
That works.
Can I get this?
भाई यूरो का पिंग देखो भाई, इसका पिंग अगर मेरे को आया ना पार दूंगा
Who will I
लिटरली.
spot first?
9-10 से ऊपर नहीं जा रहा. Nice.
Cutting through.
Placing sentry.
Fake teleport. All set up.
Lights down.
KO 101 एक मिनट.
So long.
KO 101
Teleport's gone. Struck in.
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
हो
Get
गया.
away with these things.
That Rift boy is going to teleport himself right into one of my traps.
Easy है, easy है.
That's a good spot.
Can I get this?
लाइक मार भाई.
My ult is ready.
Enemy spotted mid.
Watching here. Deep.
Revealing area.
Out of range.
Who's next?
Lights out.
Plants the spike. They found my trap. Here.
Lights down. Swarm grenade out. Careful. Turret destroyed.
Watching here.
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
Removed.
Entry.
stop fighting. You must keep going, even if you're the only one.
They are so dead. A gift.
चलो इस बार ऑफ करते हैं.
Yes.
Jump them.
Here, scanning.
Below.
Sorry.
Enemy spotted. B.
Take flight.
Cutting through.
मैं भाई चुकी हूँ. डैमेज खाएगा एक भी.
Spike drop.
Last player standing.
दो खा जाता ना हीरो. चलो देख के खेलते हैं.
If you need help figuring out how, just ask.
That works.
डोलिश ले लेता ना. उड़ के जाता मैं. जेट आ रही.
No loose ends.
इजी है उन लोगों के लिए, मेरे लिए. पिक लेगा.
Over here.
You are powerless.
पीछे से आ गया बे.
Last player standing.
Bro. अभी क्या? Nice. बस सिंगर क्रूज लेने पे भाई आग आग. वहाँ पे उसके
30
पास
seconds
मैं भी.
left.
Yes. ओह अच्छा मारा.
I'll pick them apart. You clean up whatever's left.
That's a good
Hello.
spot. Good. Good. A gift.
Hello. Hola. वो लोग मीट जाग जाग में भाई मार रहा है. ये पर जाओ ना इजीली. पहले जो गेम चल रहा था.
Right here. Right here. Right here. Scanning ahead. Watching here. You lose. Terminus. Defeated.
Placing sensor.
Plant the spike. Reloading. Gone.
Last player standing.
माय बैड. उसको मैं मार सकता था बे. क्यों की टैप टैप करके. उससे नहीं हुआ. I missed. गंदा जो स्प्रे कर रहा था ना कि उसको मैं टैप टैप करके मार सकता था.
Remember, your weapon is only a tool. You can't just shoot. You have to think.
चलो ए पर ही होगा.
No.
Yes.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
Flash. Need a flash.
Yes. All set up.
Enemy spotted A.
Shot down.
Who's next?
क्या
Enemy spotted mid. Time to jump.
Da. Flash planted.
वो आप लेके बैठा हुआ है.
Idiot.
Last player standing.
Nice, nice,
One
nice.
enemy remaining.
I am the hunter.
कर लेगा कर लेगा कर लेगा. Ooh, bro.
These new friends of
मैं
ours.
सोचा
are
भाई
not
गया ये
friendly.
राउंड लिटरली जो खेला ना. Well played guys, well played.
That's a good spot.
भाई हीरो तोरा उन लोगों का हीरो बहुत ही ज्यादा वो है, डरपोक है, समझ जाओ.
Revealing area.
Enemy spotted B. Placing
Here.
sentry.
Decoy. Left the spike.
Trap destroyed.
राउंड नहीं आ रहा क्या उसको.
Enemy spotted B. Ah, turn down. Die. They will cover.
One enemy remaining.
Three.
Spike down.
I'm sorry, but I could not help myself.
I don't care if there are 5 of them or 50 of them. Let's go. I need a drop.
A gift.
Thanks.
ऑलमोस्ट उस बंदे का एक बंदा एफ का था जो भी लीड पकड़ रहा है ना वो ही.
You want to play? Let's play.
Placing alarm.
और एक है ना साइड पे.
This should do it.
नाइस.
Turret down.
नहीं एक तो जन बैकअप.
Last player
क्या कर रहे
standing.
हैं.
Spike down A.
मेरा कहाँ पर है
Swarm
अपना.
grenade. Swarm grenade out. Turret destroyed.
नहीं
Last round before the switch.
Spend it all before
They are so dead. That works.
चलो देखते हैं इस बार.
time for a field test.
I'll handle this.
spotted me.
I'm a good shot.
Thanks.
Who's next?
Spike down, attacker spawn.
I have the spike.
I want the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Sorry.
भाई मैं स्पाइक लेके जा रहा हूँ क्यों?
Hello. Cutting through fake teleport.
Going A.
I'm too far.
Going A.
Watching here. Spike planted.
Nice. भागा मैं। अब पीछे से घूम के जाना। क्या कैम कर रहा है? What the fuck?
Last player standing.
Bro, ये क्या कर रहा है? ये अगर रखता ना मेरे पर।
Switching sides.
Trust me,
Chalo.
they will make mistakes. When they do, take advantage. All set up. Teleport's ready.
There.
अच्छा यहाँ से सिर्फ हेड दिखता है यहाँ पर पूरी बॉडी ये बस है
I'll find them. Scanning ahead.
Turrets, just careful.
ऊपर है क्या
Headshot.
नाइस
Reloading.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
बी इधर अभी का अंदर
Reloading.
Spikes here.
भाई एक बंदे के लिए क्या कैम करता है भाई
Take aim. Then
हम लोग का रहना पुश ही नहीं कर रहा
Hit it.
अटैक अभी जो अटैकिंग गया फ्लैश तो एक भी नहीं देखा रहना का चलो ऑफ ट्राई करते हैं ठीक है उससे
Alarm bot
ऑफ आ जाएगा ना
placing swarm
नहीं
grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
अभी आ जाएगा
Turret out.
हाय
Revealing area.
मीट पर है आई थिंक
Careful.
Enemy spotted.
नहीं नाइस तो भी आ जा
Last player standing.
ओह
Swarm grenade out.
बॉट नहीं मार दिया
Auf Wiedersehen.
एक ऊपर 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 ऊपर
Turret down.
Team Ace.
अच्छा अपना आवाज जाएगा ना मीट पर ऑफ लगाता हूँ
They don't have a single life worth saving.
नहीं बे
Turret out.
In we go.
Placing sentry.
चलो
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
लो एचपी हूँ कितनी बार मिट पाएगा हाँ साल है ये पर घुस गया
Careful.
Gun here. Careful. Enemy spotted A.
मैं बहुत ही लो हूँ
Careful.
नहीं पिक क्यों नहीं कर रहा ओवर पिक जब मैं पिक ले रहा तब नो बुलेट किसका अच्छा
One enemy remaining.
बी
30 seconds left.
ब्रो नाइस
Beautiful.
Watch them run when lit.
लेजेंड ब्रो एलजी लेजेंड
When we strike.
स्पेक्स किसका
With peaks now.
All set up.
Enemy spotted A.
Placing
That's a
alarm
good
bot.
spot.
Placing swarm grenade.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
ये पर
Careful. Careful. Swarm grenade out.
Teleport's ready.
आने डेल
One enemy remaining.
मैंने यहाँ
Is done.
ट्रिक शॉट
Their tech is only as good as their skill. And there we have some beats. Placing sentry.
चलो यहाँ पर सही है
Teleport's ready.
Who's next?
Spike down mid.
नहीं
Watching here.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted B.
A gift.
Last player standing. Good.
मेरी गन ओ क्या रनिंग गन है 90
Pick something nice to kill them with. It's the least we can do.
All set up. That works.
Placing sentry.
Teleport's ready. They are so dead.
Need help.
This should do.
We survive.
Teleport's ready.
You
भाई गया अपना गया
I can't use that.
Enemy attacker spawn.
लो है चैम्बर
Reloading.
भाई मैंने देखा ही नहीं कि उसका अल्ट है ये पर
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
पीछे से भाई
Never show weakness. Ever.
Turret out.
All set up. Teleport's ready.
I'll cut through.
आगा दूसरा आगा
Next.
Spike down mid.
Placing bomb.
भाई बी पर है अबे क्या
You want to play? Let's play.
Area is clear.
Last player standing.
क्लियर करो बंदे पीछे से सामने से साइड से आ रहा है
Don't stress if I die. It was great knowing you. Also,
चलो इस बार आने दो
taking sentry.
कुछ तूफान करने वाला हूँ मैं
That's a good spot.
Track them down.
This should do.
Who's next?
Enemy spotted.
पीक नहीं लेना मैं अबे नहीं क्यों पहले ही घुस के बैठा हुआ है बी तो देखो कोई भाई प्लांटिंग बी
Spike planted.
वाह इतना तो स्ट्रेंजर चला रहा है
Revealing area. There.
One enemy remaining.
गया अपन नहीं है
Here.
एक जन डिफ्यूज करो
Oh no, you don't deserve my invention.
Defuse the spike.
Defuse the spike. Defuse the spike.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
Turret out.
A gift.
Alarm bot out.
Teleport's ready.
Don't overthink it.
Does anyone have funds?
I'll handle it.
All set up.
Thanks. Enemies in attack us. Turret destroyed.
Cutting their vision.
No more.
माय बैड
Spike down. Attacker spawn. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
क्यों पिक ले रहा है मिड पर
Suck Echo better watch their backs.
Turret out.
Allah.
This should do.
Here.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Teleport's gone.
Found them. Found them.
I can't use that.
Powerless.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Sleep, brother.
एक बार ऑफ आ जाता ना.
Match point.
Where are we going this time? Remember what worked in the past. Placing sentry. For you, hermanita.
Nice.
Enemy spotted mid. Still inside.
Watching here. That works.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
In.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Scanning ahead. There they are. Reloading.
Thirty seconds left.
It seems these strangers want me dead. Eh bien, they're not so first. Careful there.
Turret out.
That's a good spot.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
Placing swarm grenade.
All set up.
Turret down. Enemy spotted.
Holster is broken.
साइड पे आ गया.
One enemy remaining.
क्या घटिया स्प्रे करता है. कोई फ्लैश वाले को नहीं मार सकता मतलब. ये खा जाएगा मेरे को लग रहा है पूरा.
Placing sentry.
भाई
30
वो
seconds
भी
left.
गया. स्पाइक प्लांट है, वेट कर रहा है क्या? ऐसा भाई टीममेट का भी नहीं देगा भाई इतना ज्यादा
10 seconds left.
पेशेंट के साथ कैसे बैठा हुआ है? अच्छा सेव कर रहा है क्या?
Sudden death.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that.
You should do.
Placing sentry.
A gift.
Placing swarm grenade.
चलो देखते हैं अभी.
Keep it cool. That's how you survive. Turret destroyed.
Watching here.
Enemy in the backer spawn.
Spike planted.
Careful. No. Defeated.
One enemy remaining.
नाइस.
Teleport's ready. They didn't actually.
चलो जी जी.
Defenders win.
नाइस गेम प्ले गया. अपना टीम में थोड़ा सा वो था बट हाँ चल गया. कोई ना, वो चल रहेगा आज टूर्नामेंट. चेक दिस. चेक 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 चेक.
Open my mind, keep me in it. Draw lines when I'm on.
चलो शुरू होने.
Match found.
Yes, I pumped.
I don't have any history with that fake breacher. Screw him. I'll put him down. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Here.
I'm out of here.
Baby.
Multiple enemies B.
Go, go, go. Bomb buddy out. Watch out. Grenade. Go, go, go. Spike's there. Night, night.
Enemy B.
Let me pick.
Enemy mid.
50.
Reloading. Last player standing.
I'm AFK, I'll be...
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do. Do your thing, Jen.
Excusez-moi. Enemy B.
100
Out of charges.
Spike mid.
Careful.
Enemy spotted mid.
Last player standing. You say something? Sorry, ear's still ringing.
एक सेकंड चलो चलो
Let's
सही है
get this done.
Here. Enemy spotted B.
Take my gun, Jet, take my gun.
भाई क्या ट्रैप पे फंस गया मैं ब्राउन्स का बंदा है कि गोल का बंदा
Last player standing. Spike planted.
तो मेरा ज़िल हील है अभी मीट पर है में क्या है? Excellent.
Watch out for breaches impacts. It's hard to move after that.
Let's take at least one down with us.
Grenade!
Nice.
Bomb
Off your feet!
Yan push.
Spike down A.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Spike planted.
Flashbang!
This!
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Gotta go!
Fair winds, tight corners. Time to show off, Jet.
Grenade!
Enemy spotted B.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted B.
Out of charges. Yikes.
Last player standing.
Activating kill mode. That's a joke. Kill mode is default.
I'm buying. I can buy for you my treats. Let's go.
One comment. Baby.
Grenade! Okay. This way! Watching here. Here we go!
Throwing charge!
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Rope Rotating.
You have upcraft, by the way.
I'll shut them down. Until then, survive.
Junte-se a nós hoje ao pôr do sol para acender uma vela no memorial da chama eterna.
B.
Go, go, go!
I know exactly where you are.
Gotta go! Shocking! I'm out of here!
Spike
Taken
planted.
out. Take this!
Last player standing.
I'm out of here!
One bullet per enemy. That should be enough, yes?
Attackers win. Match found.
Yes! I'm pumped!
Sova. Today, we
I don't like to
hunt.
play any games up here, but I figured that there'd be a great opportunity to have a great segue into our next segment. That's right. It's a little ditty that I like to call Hearts.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Reload.
I have the spike. Taken out.
Scanning ahead.
Carrier is killed.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Goodbye. Where are you?
Thirty seconds left. One enemy remaining.
That makes. I have the spike.
Ten seconds left.
Spike planted. Not even sweating.
Malma. Who would have thought a nightmare lady would be so scary?
Good. Good. Good.
Anyone feeling generous? Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Good.
Grenade!
Revealing area.
Spike down.
Spike down A.
I'll find you.
Enemy spotted A.
Go get him.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Tripura cage triggered. Here. Cage triggered.
Spike planted.
Squash the last bug.
Raise, you always work to lift our spirits.
Thank you.
Can I get a drop?
Need a drop. Thanks.
I got their omen.
What's in here?
Grenade!
Revealing area.
Out of charges.
Try again.
Watching here.
Take flight. Reloading.
Enemy mark.
There.
Nightmare takes them! Spike down.
Satchel out.
One down.
Satchel out.
I have the spike.
Watching here.
Spike.
remaining. Last player standing.
One dream ends, another begins.
Reloading.
Bomb buddy out.
Scanning ahead.
Hey! Plant the spike.
Someone's in defender spawn. Planted.
Headshot.
One enemy remaining.
Satchel up. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Enemies close. Eyes up. Good. Thanks. No.
The spike is still in base. Now,
There.
where to set up shop?
Get out of my way!
I have the spike.
Jet's grounded. Grenade! Fire in the hole!
Enemy spot scanning ahead. Take flight.
Got one.
Spike planted.
Last player standing.
Just let them try to catch me.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
There.
Hello. At some point we'll have to get the spike. Revealing area.
I have retrieved the spike.
Deploying drone.
Last player standing.
Where is everyone hiding? Found you.
30 seconds
Cage
left.
triggered. Cage triggered.
Boş yapmayın. Keep fighting. Rest is overrated. Fight harder. Bomb buddy out. Watching here.
Scanning ahead. Deploying
Hey!
drone.
There.
Breach.
Reloading.
We go on my mark. Planted the spike.
Last player standing.
Hadi, again. Their fear is a track, and the track is fresh. Let's make them dance.
Reloading.
Go get him.
Jump done.
Reloading.
Headshot. Reloading. Spike drop.
I have retrieved
Reloading.
the spike.
Watching here.
Here.
There. Watching here.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Can we celebrate that? Let's go. Spike dropped.
Someone is A.
Okay.
Scanning ahead.
Erased.
Watching here. Satchel out.
Shots down.
Satchel out. Here comes the Watching here. Watching here. Nightmare's over.
Scanning ahead.
Planted.
Careful here.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Wind, show me where to go.
Track them down.
You want to play? Let's play.
I have retrieved the spike.
Bomb buddy out.
Enemy A.
There. Enemy spotted A.
Hush.
Block in sight. Get out of my way.
There they are. Run to the spike. Gone.
Last player standing.
Hesitation is for amateurs. Let's go.
This is gonna be fun. Bomb buddy out. Block in sight. Spike carrier down.
Spike down B.
Grenade!
There they are.
Last player standing. Flawless. Last round in the half.
Spend like there is no tomorrow. Because there just might not be.
We set the tempo, not them. Fire in the hole!
Take flight. Tripwire destroyed. My eyes are better than yours.
Scanning ahead.
No hard feeling. Give me a... Where is everyone hiding?
Reloading.
Spike down.
Spike down B. Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
off your feet!
Switching sides.
Come in. Let's go. I got things to do.
Attackers win.
And just for him to come out to this event and really kind of be a nuisance for me in that game as well. And now Optic gonna have to experience it too.
I mean, he looks so much more at home on the Jet, but even aside from that, when he has run the Chamber, even then, he does look way more comfortable than he did at past events. It just seems like being able to not be locked into that position, being able to go back to what he made a name for himself on, has just very much loosened him up as a player, made him a lot more comfortable overall.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup really feels like it's going to be the best player of the event thus far in Ye, who's just having a godlike tournament, versus Buzz, who I think has been the best Jet and the best kind of breakout star, even though he's already had that breakout, getting back to his stardom.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome matchup without a doubt, and it's all going to be unfolding in just a little bit. But earlier in the show, we actually asked you guys to take a vote on the best sign that's been held up here in our audience. A little fun and whimsy before we kick things off here at the VW Arena. And the winner was DRX, stacks on stacks. But I tell you one thing, the proposal got pretty close, Poster.
Yeah, actually, that was actually, I was a bit dreading that, honestly. So I'm quite happy with the DRX stacks one, because that picture was kind of sick as well.
Yeah, it was. It was actually fantastic. Mimi, today's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have ourselves a bit of a barn burner here.
Yeah, it should be absurd. Just one BO5 to play through, but both these teams have been so incredibly close, and they're both kind of the kings of their own region, trying for a spot in that final.
What more is there to say? Best of 5, DRX, the first one. I'm ready to go.
That's right. That's right, baby. It doesn't get any better than this. It's time to wrap up the pre-show and turn over to Yinsu and the gang. They're going to break everything down. It's going to be one hell of a series. The best from NA and Korea go head-to-head for a shot at the grand finals. Optic, DRX, BO5. It all starts right now.
How much further can this team go?
일단은 1등이든 2등이든 3등이든 뭐든 할 수 있겠다라고 생각했지만도
Loud dominate Optic. A loss the likes of which they haven't felt for a long time.
We already know we've been here before, so we're always going to be confident. We're going to have to beat everybody in our way.
일단 기분은 상당히 좋지만 3등보단 1등이 훨씬 더 기분 좋을 거라는 걸 알기 때문에
It's going to be a bloodbath for sure.
충분히 이길 수 있다 생각하고 오히려 복수할 수 있는 기회라고 생각이 들어서 더 좋은 것 같아요.
They're a very strong team. They have strong in-game leaders. There's no one here that we've ever feared, especially when our backs are against the wall. We're pretty dangerous.
저희가 저번 마스터즈에서는 졌지만 이번에는 결과가 다를 거라고 봅니다.
Good luck.
파이팅 합시다. 파이팅.
What an introduction that was. Welcome back, everybody. It is day 15, the penultimate day of this tournament. Bala, brilliant work on the telestrator. We thought we'd bring you in as well to do some analysis.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this game because it's just continuing to be such a good tournament. Optic and DRX, they've had so many rematches. You guys broke it all down, but it's going to be good.
Are you on the side? Are you on Seth's side today?
I don't know. I still kind of haven't made up my mind. I'm a big fan of what DRX has done. I may be joining him on the bandwagon, but it's also Optic. And
Give it a map or two.
For some reason, I just
give it a
can't
map or two.
not cheer for Optic. You know what I mean?
You're wearing green, so
it's not.
Green pendant.
No accusations here. I didn't choose the green.
Do you feel like a wall today, Mimi?
No, I'm not a wall. I'm a simple bipartisan individual. I think either team could win this. I'm with you, Bala. I don't really know who's going to take this.
I don't mind jumping on a bandwagon or two. I feel like if there's any time that we have to bandwagon something, it's now. But I am with Boaster, though. I don't know if I'm ready for the two-time, but we shall see. But before we get into everything else that is happening today, let's get the stage activated right now.
DRX. Well, let's talk about the map vetoes. Yesterday, we saw Optic lose on Bind. Do they have enough time to bring it back? Would you like to see them go there in this best of 5?
I still think they're one of the strongest teams on the world in Bind, despite their loss, and I'm sure losing there will only make them better.
Yeah, it really depends what DRX will ban, actually, though, because it's been Bind significantly for some portion of the time.
For me, it was all about what does Optic ban, and it's going to be the Icebox. DRX, it's just going to be Pearl straight up. That's what I'm fully anticipating. They have not really floated this map at all. They have not wanted to show it, so I think that they just don't have that much confidence on it. Maybe it's something they want to save if they can make their way into the grand final, but yes, it will be taken away again.
Yeah, and I think that Pro ban can put them in a tough spot in these vetoes as the tournament progresses, because you are forced to get rid of one of those maps, but we do get Bind. Optic will head back to it.
Yeah, I think this is obviously a good pick. Like I said, DRX has been kind of trying to avoid it, so Optic looked great yesterday. I'm wondering what DRX has prepared, because obviously this moment was going to come with such a good Pearl for Optic.
I mean, we haven't seen DRX play Bind at all since they played against Optic over at Copenhagen. It was a loss, but it was also a very close game. It's 11 rounds picked up for DRX, 13 obviously there for Optic, and with Breeze open, it has been such a sore spot for Optic. You would be absolutely out of your mind to not pick this if you're DRX.
Yeah, they're 0-3 thus far in the tournament on Breeze, and for DRX, it has looked like a very solid map for them, a comfort zone in the second.
Yeah, I think Optic has obviously been struggling to find out what they want to play, right? Victor has looked at some points comfortable on the Jet, but then they move him off so they can play that weird breach, stealing, you know, the Fnatic idea. So going into Fracture here, I think this one is just, as the best of 5 continues, you're just picking the maps that you want to end up getting early, and I think it's really strong for DRX too. We obviously saw that one in Copenhagen where DRX stomped Optic on it.
Yeah, it's going to be that big neon head-to-head between RB and Victor. It could really go either way. As for these final 2 maps here, it's just a matter of order. It will be both Ascent and Haven played. I'd imagine DRX favor the Ascent. That is what they pick into. They look great thus far. They've been defeating some of the greats, just taking down FPX here.
Yeah, and Haven is going to be the last map. If we do go there, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this is feeling like we probably might end up there so far, looking at the orders of the maps.
Yeah, I mean, Bind first, then Breeze. Obviously there you're expecting it to trade, but you're not necessarily 100% guaranteeing that, I think, on either side. Maybe the Breeze specifically, but Bind, obviously we haven't seen DRX in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's really scary if you're Optic and if that Bind gets dropped, because the next 2 follow-up maps are just absolute monstrous. They're just monstrous maps for DRX, so that's a really scary spot, but they have to have a lot of confidence to be able to rebound back from tomorrow.
The first 2 maps do feel like gimmies for the respective teams. Bind a strong one for Optic, but that is a question mark for DRX, and it's kind of the opposite on Breeze. Optic had those 2 days off to maybe try and prep and find a solution to that map. We haven't seen one from them thus far, and I think there is a big question as to what comp they'll head back to.
Well, we're going to find out today, but of course, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Make sure you guys are hydrated, get some snacks going. We're going to take a quick break here and jump into map 1 right after this. Welcome back to the Valorant Champions Lowered Bracket Final. It's time to bring out the two teams fighting for a shot at taking on Loud tomorrow in the Grand Finals. Give it up for Optic and DRX.
Crash shoes. Abby. Victor. Zest. Finesse. Marco. Marved. Stacks. Yay. Buzz. Checked. Tammy.
This is the last hurdle before the Grand Finals. Both of these teams have done so much to get here. And Bala, you don't want to be going home tonight.
No, this is the last step. If you fail here, you're going to feel bad. Getting to that Grand Finals, top two at least, and giving yourself a chance for the last tournament of the year, so important.
DRX want to finally bring home a trophy for Korea for themselves. They've always been good. They've always been solid and so dominant at home. They finally want that trophy internationally. But for Optic, they want to get back there.
Yeah, trying to get back in there, trying to find revenge and add another win on the tally board over Loud in that grand final if they can get it done. So you can only imagine what Vanessa's saying right now to the players in that huddle, just trying to make sure that the shortcomings from yesterday don't reappear today.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't happened yet, Seth, right? The two-time, it hasn't happened yet. Optic, the only team who has the chance to do it. This is it. They've got to make it first.
It is still Optic. It's been the most consistent squad of the last 2 years. If they win here, it would be their third appearance in an international grand final. They've already won one.
I mean, the interesting thing is that DRX are coming into this on the back of an incredible 2-0, and Optic, they were lost yesterday, Bala.
That's always that weird dynamic in the lower bracket final, but I think a lot of people coming into this, they're looking at it and saying, okay, it's a best of 5. Optic has played so many of these internationally. And yeah, I think that is a strength for them, the deep map possibility, not necessarily even the map pools and how it works, but just the endurance that they've had. They proved that they can do it.
They've been here before. DRX have not. This will be their first best out of 5 internationally. Seth, they've been dominant at home in those longer series, but this is a new territory for them.
I mean, absolutely, because oftentimes even when they are playing best of 5 series back in Korea, they're just winning them 3-0.
Yeah,
so you don't even get to see that deep of a set, but given what they've shown today, I think they have the motivation and the fortitude to get through it.
We're into the Prime Gaming Agent Select here, and I'm keeping my eyes on the side of DRX. You guys have already spoken about it. It's been a while since we've seen them play on Bind, and RB is debuting Astra.
Show me the race.
What? Okay,
There
he has never played Astra, let alone a controller, ever.
That is a crazy change up here for DRX. It's a comp that a lot of people have been willing to play with that double initiator, put kind of the pressure on to your Raze, but Raze for Buzz, that's also a relatively uncommon role for him. He's been pivoting over to this primary duelist, but it's really only been the Jet thus far.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a culmination of the entire tournament, I think, for RB specifically, right? He's just been flexing so much because of the role swap that they've had, and Buzz taking that Raze. There's no chamber on this side, and a lot of significant changes, right? Having that fade and everything.
Yeah, this will have been the 12th time that Buzz has ever played Race. He used to play it a bit back when he was on Cloud9 Korea and whatnot, but that it was so very long ago. We're talking about before First Strike. For the side of Optic, though, it's not going to be a much different look at all.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked a lot about this head-to-head between Ye and Buzz, but I think this is the most clear difference between the styles. It's Optic's dedication to the chamber, and it's DRX's dedication to these pivots, from moving away from that agent and being incredibly flexible in their roles. They've never shown this comp before. Optic's going to have to adapt.
This tournament has been the chamber pick rate going down and down and down. If this is not a referendum of this chamberless versus the penultimate chamber that they have to face, yay, I don't know what it is.
Well, I asked you guys to get some drinks and a snack during the break. I hope you got that. We got a snack for you. It is the bean and egg sandwich.
Let's get this started. The lower bracket finals here. Optic versus DRX. The #1 seed versus the #1 seed of NA and Korea. And both of these teams, Josh, looking to lay claim for their chapter in VCT history.
And it's crazy what Optic has already been able to achieve. The desk were talking about it. This would be, if they are able to win this match, their 3rd grand final in 5 events since Ye joined the team. They're already the best roster of the open circuit era. And now they're looking to make a statement. On the other side, DRX have just broken the curse. It felt like there was a ceiling on this team for so long, and they have broken through it here at the final hour in Champs.
Yeah, the mental barrier gone. The thing that was ailing them for so long at many global events, honestly, that placement of 5 to 6, they were never able to really break past it, but this event, there's something different on the air. DRX look to take it one step further.
And what a beautiful way to kick things off. Optic, 9-1 globally with this roster, with this composition, going for a very quick takedown short.
Yeah, a lot of pace just being injected straight down short. You see that early nade's going to be forcing Mako out of position, and the reclear from Buzz is actually taking positioning in showers. The whole team's going to be backing him up, it seems. Giving a lot of free reign to the one side of the site, but slowing it down for now. Attempt there of the plan, but the utility going to be stopping that one. Exchange of the spike as well in a couple of their hands, and it looks like if Ye might be able to contain the back of it, he is being contested. 2 players swing, and Ye will fall.
That's
Diablo dealt with.
A first death for Ye to kick things off. Couldn't ask for a better beginning, and Optic still haven't got the spike down. Crashies flashed up, taken down.
This is reading like DRX are incredibly well versed on what to do. Victor though, quick little snap at a wrist. I mean that Mako falls down to that 3v4, but the players are low.
And there's nobody on B. So this is a great pivot from Optic. They're going to be able to get a free spike plant down here, but no mollies, no snake bite, no way of stopping the DRX players from getting into elbow and getting a good retake off. However, all 4 of the players coming from halls, and Marv is ready to challenge.
Yeah, straight through spawn. Marv tries to take the first contact. Has to respect it though. A lot of players there. Finesse on a close corner, close angle. Players are weak. The right clicks are doing so much work. But at the end of the day, RB lands the shots necessary, surviving on 9 health. It's going to be the pistol round. Take it away here for DRX.
What a close one. What a close one to start things off there. And I got to say, Brent, I think the crowd is going to be fairly split for this game.
Yes.
I feel like for the first time, the crowd here at Istanbul has really got behind Optic on their run. But DRX, I feel like for the first time, started, honestly, as fan favorites. And especially when you finally see them reaching their potential, gets you excited all over again.
Yeah, the expectations that have been laid on DRX's shoulders from essentially the beginning of this team when they were known as Vision Strikers, when they went on a win streak, to really make up for it now. Optic on that eco though. Victor wants to take a bit of space there.
And a same kind of approach again as we saw in the pistol round. Obviously makes sense here because he has a shorty. Looking to take value in lamps.
Yeah.
Interesting the way the DRX are playing this as well. Remember, this is the composition that Loud beat Optic with just yesterday. But Loud are focusing very heavily on short control. And already you can tell that that is not where DRX are going to be focusing.
Not necessarily the game plan. Spike is going to get planted though, so a bit of extra pocket change at the end of the day for Optic. Actually converting the round is going to be another order of business though. Quite difficult at that. They know where Marv is, spots him out, and still good clearance. Flash play through the wall, actually catches onto a multitude of players, but it is DRX with the coverage. Anti-flash being played, I believe, so they are going to be able to wipe out the remaining Optic players.
And a good reaction from Buzz as well to just throw the satchel in that spot. So difficult to be able to pick him off there. And Buzz is definitely a player that we need to be keeping our eyes on. In the series overall, but also on Bind. It's been a long time since he showed us the Rays. But his duelist play in general at this event has been astoundingly good. And Bind has got to be the map where DRX are the least favored in this BO5 overall.
Absolutely.
So, but listen, we said the same thing about Loud yesterday when they played against Optic, and Optic were dealt their first loss globally with this composition.
So times change. It'd be a bit boring if we were reliving the same storylines over and over again, as much as it seems that way sometimes.
So this time the two initiators from DRX are split on opposite sides. So Stack's looking to get some information down B long, and a triple stack over on A. Marco in a position where he's ready to kind of collect the aggression from Victor. And Victor once more moving his way down short, but this time without the blast packs.
Yeah, no utility being used, pure silence. A bit of spam comes down at the end of the day. Buzz though does claim the 1 kill. FNS even took so much damage, has to respect it and back away.
Insane amounts of damage done by Buzz there with the Spectre. Ye's used all of this distraction.
Okay, guys.
Long control, but I'm sure Stacks
Let's go, yeah.
Yeah. Holding the corner as well, a bit of
मैं F का था चलो I'm back गेम भी शुरू हो गया भाई DRX2 कर लेगा क्या what the heck nice
only 45 seconds roughly in a round now for Optic to make a decision.
ओ भाई मैं तो Optic का सब उड़ा रहा हूँ
players left standing, they invested
देखते
fully
हैं
into
let's
this
see क्या
one.
होता है
And off all of that pressure towards B long, you've got Buzz
चलो
showers as well. DRX showing a fundamentally
Smoke है ना उस लोगों के पास
using their players to get
smoke तो है
If Optic lose this, bonus round for DRX would keep the momentum so heavily in their favor.
Help them out massively. Smokes are going to be dropped though, and that's going to signify
Ooh.
this is going to be a hit coming through. Snake bite into the corner, good clearance, but it's still only the 1-for-1. Crash wants to move forwards, needs to start taking a bit of damage and taking some names, he will.
अच्छा flash था बंदे का
Yeah, Stacks with the self flash inopportune times. Nade to the side,
पीछे से आ
running
गया
low. But they do get the kill at the end
अच्छा
of the
round
day,
गया
so
बे
Optic just about clinched this round.
nice round
What an Optic round that was.
Optic guys Optic like the spam कर दो Optic
advantage, breaking crossfires, reading the defensive protocols there. They were so ready for Stacks to flash through that smoke, even if he'd connected with it.
flash अच्छा था
Crash is ready to play anti-flash there.
Crash is
got the
having
punish
such a good tournament as well.
Oh.
In terms of his consistency, he's always consistent in every tournament.
And he plays better at LAN. That is
बंदे का
one of the
flash
phenomenal
मतलब
things about
accurate
having Flash.
position पे था सही
So, disaster averted for Optic. They get
भाई
the
मैं तो Optic
anti-bonus
सा उड़ा
working.
रहा हूँ
But Buzz is so aggressive so early on.
But
And I think he dodged
edit
that flash.
के अंदर थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है
The smoke that RB is putting out as
और
showers,
बाइन मैप के अंदर
allowing
तो
Buzz
भाई
to get
कहाँ
very pushed up
काम
there.
करता है
And you've got to keep in
चलो
mind
let's
that
see
Optic
देखते हैं
sometimes
क्या
do
होता
this double blast pack play to take showers control. So Buzz just looking to
कल
take
फाइनल
the
है ना
fight if Victor had chosen that area at the beginning of the round.
Optic just, again, slow and steady, contacting up their way through short, waiting for the Viper Orb to fall.
जाने का कोशिश
That boom bot's going to let that one
बट
rip.
एपी जाएगा हाँ
Moves it to the side and there's a boom. Victor in. He's gained control of lamps.
नेट का सकल था
For his team to work with.
And that is going to set FNS up.
कॉल कर रहे हैं
It is a nasty
What
pit,
the
and it
heck?
doesn't give them very
ऐसा
much
सही है
room to
वैसे
plant. Crashies is going to be vitally important here with one flash to use. And Ye has just found the pick with the late backstab in showers, takes out Buzz. And they spot Mako.
Mako's been spotted as well. It's going to be potentially a pincer happening. Zest has to try and relieve some of that pressure. Nade off to the side. A wider swing from Victor will not come up with the goods.
Nice.
But Crashies does return the fire. Stacks left alone.
एक बंदा पीछे रूट कर रहा है फ्लैंक कर रहा है
At this point, with just the Vipers pit up, an unwinnable scenario. So
अच्छा सोलो ही तो है
into the next round.
जीत जाएगा राउंड इजी
And this does give us a chance
बंदा सेव करेगा क्या
to talk a
मे बी
little bit about that Optic Loud game yesterday.
Maybe
A
करेगा
historic win for Loud. Both in terms of the match, being able to get that leg up over Optic, but also the win here on Bind.
वाइपर का अल्ट
Optic's composition.
ऐसा पोजीशन पे गया कि वो लोग रश ही नहीं कर सकते
Normally the double initiator comps, as with the comp that DRX is running here, they're going to play for B long and showers like we've seen DRX play.
Yeah.
But instead, Loud had a different approach where they were planning to sand crunch a lot and try and retake B by prioritizing.
क्या उसको सेव करने देगा
Not what DRX are going for.
No.
Stacks is almost always playing a B long. I think he has done every round. And this Showers pressure is getting distracted to set up for Ye to go for those backstab kills.
चलो 2-2 हो गया है.
On the pistol round, there's been some element, I think, of at least the fact that they are ready for it. But at the end of the day, even if you're ready for Ye, he can really take him out.
Yeah, he still just beats you.
Sniper का ult मस्त जगह पर किया.
When Ye's ADSing, I believe he hits every shot. I haven't looked.
मतलब जहाँ से पीक करता है वही जगह पर मतलब अटैक ही नहीं कर सकता ऐसा कुछ.
So now you see DRX push down onto a thrifty of their own.
सही है.
Stacks with the hero rifle that he's taken from.
नहीं कर सकता.
Being showcased as well as they are trying to take that Showers control.
पता चल जाएगा.
The other side of the map as well. Well, before that, quick little nade to try and move away. That's a nice little season 8 combo, and it was a flash play. See if they can pincer these players.
गलत वाला टीपी हो गया बंदे का.
But Optic are more than contained.
Look how
इसका डैमेज खाएगा. बच गया भाई, लिटरली 2 HP है.
Just fantastic, and even Crash is choosing to invest the Trailblazer. That is respect being shown.
The Seekers, yeah.
Sorry, the Seekers, of course. The ultimate being used there just to give them information on where the last 3 DRX players are, and they realize that they have the site for free. And you know, Optic have been... It was an area that they really got tricked up on earlier this year, winning anti-ecos. Used to be a big thorn in their side, and at this event now, they've just been so clean. Look
nice. Last sniper.
Oh! That comes down to that respect that they're willing to show.
Nice step लगाया बंदे ने ADS.
Team like DRX been making waves this event.
Nice.
And if it comes down to it, you know, maybe you do have to invest the ultimates, the Seekers.
Guys, कौन है Optic का saboteur?
A weaker buy.
और DRX का भी.
So DRX have been running the same defensive setup here, where RB and Stacks are playing over on B, and then you've got Mako kind of locking down lamps. So now they're going to swap it up. This is the case that Mako's going to use his ult for Showers. And Optic look to want to fight there pretty heavily. So
Optic हो सकता है.
Mako's got nobody with him as he first pops this ult if he does go for the pit.
Loud भी हो सकता है क्योंकि Loud का अच्छा खेला था. Optic को हरा दिया था.
Interesting Viper wall as well. It doesn't really give
2 मैच खेले थे. दोनों में हरा दिया भाई.
The player is so up close in his face, and Evanes will be punished for it. Just opened himself a little bit too wide there, but yeah, the DRX players were ready for it. Had to give up Showers control though.
Yeah, so much aggression, and Mako didn't invest the
Dream smoke use कर सकता है वैसे. But क्या है कि smoke पे confusion हो जाता है.
They could go and pressure back towards B, but not feeling like it. This is just going to be an A exec pretty early on.
Just trying to take a fight.
वही Phantom का side में
Utility catching her a little bit unaware there. Showstopper across the map. No, that's Victor. Making names once more.
Nice.
The name for himself with the 2 kills. He's definitely opened up.
एक सेकंड मेरा साउंड लैग हो रहा है क्या? मैं चेक करता हूँ गाइस.
Now Trailblazers hunted him down though. Stunned, locked into the corner.
Hello guys, hello.
Be dealt with momentarily, but he needs to get bailed out by the rest of his team. But there's the other strike. How does he not die there?
Nice ult, but damage खाया.
19 health. Needs the help of
10 कर लिया.
Stacks. But it's difficult. These post-plant setups that Optic are in, leaving no room for error.
RB does have the heal.
अभी सीधा हेड चाहिए
Going
बस.
for this one in a 3v4
अबे
would be really difficult, so they're just
कहाँ जा रहा है?
off and save.
सेव कर रहा है क्या? हाँ.
Big round for Optic to win again.
सेव कर रहा है. मैं सोचा मैं
What a
पीछे क्यों जा
performance
रहा
by Victor.
और ये बात है सेव करने बेटर होगा क्योंकि अब ऐसा 100 HP तो है.
Insanely good with how he's setting up.
2 का 100 HP.
Trailblazers to find.
पर फिर भी 4v3 मुश्किल हो जाता है.
Victor instantly path back.
4v3 मुश्किल नहीं है, बट उसका एक बंदे का HP बहुत ही लो था. 19 HP था. अबे सर्वर की दिक्कत हो. गाइस ट्विच का सर्वर अभी भी फिक्स नहीं हुआ इंडिया में.
Sent it with the showstopper.
चलो.
2 entries. Look at that. Amazing. That
showstopper
is off the back of Ye giving information. Buzzer just used his boombot over into Showers.
बंदे को दिखा क्या रेज ने?
Absolutely perfect use of information and comms there to get the 2 entry plays.
Time out
for DRX as well.
DRX का time out है.
Really adjusted their
Let's see guys. अभी तक तो सही चल रहा है.
Positions across the board.
कुछ भी हो सकता है गेम के अंदर.
So I wonder what they will change up into this one, because even with Optic losing a player at the beginning, they've still been able to convert rounds every now and then.
कल Optic के जो हागा था ना गाइस, जो मार गया था Cloud के सामने.
Very impactful maps over the course of this tournament as well.
उसका बदला ले रहा है लेकिन.
Yeah, wrong team guys.
Wrong team. Lot of Fnatic fans in the building, but I've got some bad news. This top 3 though
अच्छा प्लेयर है दोनों.
Wonderful. Just a top 3 where you've got Optic with a chance to be able to get that first ever repeat win. And if they don't manage to win today, guaranteed new winner between Loud and DRX.
Yeah.
Either way you slice it, Valorant has just produced
चलो शुरू हो गया है गेम प्ले आप फिर से
amazing regional parity. You just don't really see it anywhere else.
In this match in particular, though, Optic are already starting to answer some questions that I had. I was worried about them on the gun rounds. So far, 2-0 in favor of Optic. Worried about them in 4v5s, and they were just able to convert that one after FNS died early. These were things that were absolutely brutalizing.
इस बार क्या स्ट्रैटेजी लगाया है DRX
को? A triple face, trying to punish
बिलोंग पे जाने का कोशिश
They realize Stax is one away from his ultimate.
और वाइपर ए पर है.
Out to try and punish.
Maybe partly realizing as well that Stax has been really holding this position. Ye takes contact and Ye claims another kill.
स्मोक कर गया बे. पीछे जा रहा है. प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा है. वही सही रहेगा. बट क्या है कि उन लोगों का पहले से 3 बंदे ए पर होल्ड कर रहा है DRX का, तो मुश्किल हो सकता है अगर एवरी कॉर्नर नहीं चेक करके गया.
Prowler goes and clears out Hookah as well. They can be pretty confident in keeping these 3 players on A.
There's a similar scene. Utility that's being used. Victor now.
भाई क्या हो सकता है बात?
Inside it is. Boombox clears one, but in the corner. Victor just left unaware. Buzz was just strapped right to the side. A showstopper.
बच गया भाई, बच गया बंदा.
FNS just evacuating.
भाई क्या स्पैम था यहाँ पर?
To get to safety.
Mako looks like he thought.
ब्लाइंड गेम हो रहा था यहाँ पर.
Chooses not to. Picks up the Phantom.
जब इससे पर गया, बी पर गया, सॉरी. प्लान कर लेगा. फिर से सेव कर रहा है क्या वो लोग? हाँ, सेव कर रहा है.
Bit of a statement here on their map pick.
4v2
so far leading very strong. DRX, I mean, the only 2 rounds they ended up winning were the pistol round and the subsequent one.
ऐसे अगर सेव करता रहा तो मुश्किल भी हो सकता है वो DRX वालों के लिए.
That is expected. He said
जो भी है अपना तो अच्छा है.
Least favored on bind to start things out. That's the whole reason that Optic picked this map. But at the same time, DRX are a team that we've seen incredible mental fortitude from. They've managed to recover 293 halves, 184 half at Champions alone. But we've also seen the opposite. We've seen some disastrous mental crumbles from this team, and all of the members of DRX are hoping that those days are over. I think this map, if it continues in the same kind of vein, is going to pose a serious question early in the series to DRX. Do you have what it takes to just bounce back if you do end up getting destroyed here? Still early days though.
Yeah. Over this tournament, DRX I think have proved over and over again that they have managed to get over that mental blockage. I think they prevented them from really performing past a certain point on the global stage.
एक शॉट में डाला था आप लोग देखा क्या?
Living up to the hype I think as well. Often being kind of the underdogs.
फ्रैक्चर के अंदर जो रोल होता है ना, रोल के अंदर इसलिए आता है पांचों बंदे का. ओह इस बार हल कर दिया. मिल पर.
That is where Optic are also going to be pressuring.
There's a shift as well with the Viper's pit to try.
सारे बंदा 3 बंदा है
in the play. It's a hard clear though on the corner, and somehow Ye wins it out. Nice little flick though from Stax. He does return it, so it's a lovely little trade into that 4v4 situation.
Yep.
And space still going to be gained and not given up. Crashes does not choose to evacuate. Okay, now he's going to be leaving now, playing for that orb.
Crashes just disrespecting it completely. Yeah. Going for the orb pickup.
दो बंदे हैं.
Indicates, I think, to DRX there must be at least 2 players there.
दो बंदा है पर दो बंदा बी पर. Let's see. वो लोग बी जाने की कोशिश करेगा. ऑप्टिक बंदा.
He is firmly staying around Octagon.
Hot flash play. Stax really going to get this aggression with them. And he has just made a bit of a fatal error.
Oh my god.
What a punish. What an absurdly bold play from Stax.
Nice.
Capitalizing as well. On the other section of the map. Pressure getting relieved elsewhere. FNS, of course, he's quick to capitalize. Quick to jump on it. Already into the spawn. And Buzz is none the wiser.
Nice shot. Optics.
We saw FNS be a playmaker yesterday with his 4K unbind, and that's another round. Perhaps one where they didn't even require it of him either, with the pick that they'd acquired over a B-long, but nevertheless, they'll take whatever they're given. And this really is looking like a
blind map के अंदर easy rotation होता जाता है ना. तुम अगर A पर push कर रहे हो, अगर नहीं हो रहा, easily तुम B पर जा सकते हो. अगर B पर नहीं हो तो easily आ सकते हो. मतलब कुछ सेकंड के अंदर ही तुम rotate कर सकते हो. क्योंकि मैप बहुत ही छोटा है. तुमको पता नहीं चलेगा. Exactly कहाँ plant हो सकता है.
Yeah, potential signs as well of the entire composition switch up with Abi playing this Astra. Looks to get pressured. The satchel. I mean, the guy just hits it there. Will not be able to save the rifle into the next, but obvious examples of the defensive setups as well. I think DRX have not had a lot of time to put thought into bind. The only times they're really changing up is when you put a spin on bind to make the kind of adjustments.
And this puts DRX
वाइपर अगर छुप के बैठा रहता ना तो भी वाइपर का हाथ में किल था राउंड वाइपर का हाथ था
so this is a massive difference, huge improvement. And DRX just haven't got a game plan that's working. This a gamble stack over towards A.
Something they're going to try and make work. Was showing some presence there with the early boom bot, but that got destroyed so fast.
There are large ults for DRX to work with, but they never get in position to use them on the rifle rounds.
बहुत ही गंदा.
Often being left. I mean, how many times have we seen it where DRX are just saving a couple of rifles?
We've also only seen 2 aggressive rounds from DRX. One with the short push, which, to their credit, worked, and the other on an eco round.
पीके नहीं ले रहा भाई इस बार.
Which just got obliterated by Optic. Yeah. So it feels like
इस बार पीके नहीं ले रहा. पीछे बिल्कुल पीछे खेल रहा है. इस बार 4 बंदा है पर है. और चेम्बर भी लॉन्ग से जा रहा है. I think बी जा सकता है. ये कौन सा लाइनअप है देखता हूँ.
And another one for the cubby on the right side.
Oh.
In my opinion, that it's going for a B hit though, because look at the spike.
But यहाँ पर कोई भी नहीं है.
This is a bit unusual.
अच्छा लाइनअप है.
Okay, taking the bait.
Okay, टीपी कर लिया. रेज ने.
No, DRX have realized.
But Brim को Brim को मार दिया.
Spike in his own hands. The players as well. Marth has somehow been cleaned up on the opposite side of the map, and these sheriffs are causing a lot of issues. Victor still wants to lead the charge. 2 kills.
पीछे नहीं देखा भाई. क्या शॉट लगाया था.
See magic from this guy before in the past to play tournaments, but he's got a hell of a task ahead of him, and it's just not able to claw it out.
वैसे सेट क्या कि नहीं टिक पाएगा. I know.
Scary round for Optic.
फिर भी ये चैट का गेम है. गेम का गेम है. कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Helped Victor entry so perfectly, and this duo is just marvelous on bind. Ye hasn't really been asked to do too much. He's taking a lot of first fights. He's taken half of the first fights in the game so far. But when it comes down to actually entering into the sites, it's all on Victor and Crashies, and they're just doing a masterful job of it. There's never really been a round where DRX have been in control. They did get value out of the short push though previously, and it looks like they might be going for something similar.
इस बार पिक ले रहा है.
Maybe a bit of a triple
भाई
play.
कौन कितना चुप चुप के खेलूंगा. मार ही तो रहा हूँ ना. भाई DRX का साउटर भी है पर ये तो अच्छा लगा है. नाइस. अबे अल्प नहीं मारा बे.
One player struggling to get out of there. Yeah, that is just absolutely
absurd. रेज मर गया.
And here we see for the first time the teleport play from Zest.
इस बार दो गाइस टफ है. इस बार नहीं होगा. कोई ना कभी कभी होता है. रेस आल किया था बट उसका डैमेज हाँ थोड़ा सा डैमेज लगा था. नहीं 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 वो उसका आल्ट किया बट वो आल्ट यूज नहीं कर पाया. हवा में उसको मार दिया. स्काई ने. नाइस नाइस.
Doesn't quite get the kill. And if DRX are able to get these final 2 rounds, somehow it
Smoke
won't look
that bad.
Even though it's just been so flat.
What a push. Double initiator push coming out.
वाइपर का टट्टिया पर. फैंटम क्या लगा है अबे. नहीं सॉरी फैंटम नहीं है.
Anchoring it down.
He had to hit that shot. Zest is now coming as reinforcement along with Buzz. Zest has his Nightfall to work with here too.
Guys, इस बार थोड़ा ऑप्टिक वालों का मुश्किल है. 4v5 है.
The only advantage DRX have is that Optic don't know that it's only Mako here. So they're forced to be slow, cautious, respectful.
Still a minute on the clock. It's going to force out a bit of that util, but the boom bust's destroyed so quickly.
छाड़ पे वो लोग क्यों जा रहा है?
A lot of freedom being showcased to this guy with a tour de force in his hands. He wants to take the shot and he does. Leg. One of his opponents, Zest, going to be walking away with a bit more than a bruise. Viper's Pit laid down is going to make this one a
Jiggle
bit
pick
more
करेगा
favorable
बंदा.
for Optic. Yay holding a close corridor. Just trying to take the shot here with a Nightfall.
नहीं.
Jiggle, he has no sound juice to work off of. And now the entire kitchen sink just
बंदा
going to
दो
be
up
chucked
आ
at him.
गया.
But still no sign of the spike being planted.
This is always the most
रेस आल वाइपर आल कर दिया. बेस्ट सी. अभी स्पैम होगा. गंदा वाला
Down to a
बहुत.
random kill. Spray and pray. Mav does get the plants. Another post plant can be set up by Optic. Really difficult, but DRX. First time
Yes.
they've really felt favoured in terms of the player
Optic low भी है.
advantage. Flash play through around the corner. Mako again.
Oh fuck.
FNS is just hiding.
3v5 है भाई.
He is so
weak. See me HP. Let's
Lower
move
the
it.
damage will do it. And Mav aims to just try and make something of it. Still FNS picking the timing well down to that 1v1. Mako versus Marved. The head-to-head controller players. And just the angles found.
भाई क्या round था अभी ऑप्टिक वालों का.
What a play and what a round by Mako.
अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं जीत पाया. पर 2v5 था. एक 1v1 कर दिया था. But अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं हो पाया.
Back into some
Anti.
semblance of normalcy.
2v5 था.
4K in the round that starts with him being the sole player on A, and then a retake into his opponent's pit, and winning the clutch against the player that's been considered the best controller in the game for so long.
चलो कोई नहीं.
7 rounds in a row from Optic, and DRX are 1 away from making it a competent half.
Insane. Insane for the Red Bull clutch.
And with those 4 kills, Mako now gets his pit online and makes this final round so much
8-4
more
8-4 क्या बोलते हो 8-4 4-8 होना चाहिए. Round जीतना चाहिए ऑप्टिक.
It's Optic who are favoured.
They seem to be winning those all the time.
भाई पुश कर रहा है. वाइपर.
To the corner of his pit. Just about missing each other. FNS.
भाई कितना क्लोज है यार वाइपर.
Like he was ever so slightly aware, but a reposition.
वाइपर भी वाइपर इजी हो सकता था.
Early kills going their way. Gonna look to try and take some space back.
कितना क्लोज था वाइपर ने यहाँ पर. What the fuck. Long जा रहा है.
Mako's positioning is very good if they try and take the Viper's pit back.
But already दो बंदे
DRX stacking 2 players, and with the flash they're going to keep the 2 players there. However, Stax doesn't have one online.
क्या हो सकता है?
Stop this hit coming through.
3v4 है.
The Viper Molly, the snake bite's going to be really brutal, honestly, for DRX.
नहीं है, but
like he's vulnerable up there, but the Viper's Mollies are causing a lot of.
And RB's anchoring from a position where he could be vulnerable.
मेरे को एस्ट्रा अभी तक एक भी बार नहीं
They are
किया.
holding it, Marved. Ready and waiting. What are they going to be choosing to clear here? Stax has been a deep.
ये जस्ट ना एक पर तो वाइपर होल्ड कर रहा है अभी.
Just one small mistake on either side. Smoke's going to be dropped down now.
That triggers the pull.
And there's the ult. Off to the one side of the tube, looking to try and take some space. Pop flash play, Marv! Oh my goodness, yay! He will fall, and somehow DRX are actually holding on. They're salvaging this. Beautiful anchoring, weaving in and out, and they have salvaged this.
क्या लगा है अभी? स्पैम के अंदर मेरा बंदे ने.
It did not look doable, Bren. Not in the slightest. A 7-5 half off the back of this. And what a play from Stax. I said he was being very individualistic on their defenses, but that play through the wall there is magical to catch Ye, keep hookah control, and crush the B hit.
चलो 7-5.
DRX looking like they might have a chance on bite.
5-7 देखते
No
हैं
signs
क्या
of
होता है
that
next.
mental reverting back to
2
that
पॉइंट
state.
का
The
एडवांटेज
best,
है.
what have you got for us on the first half
सॉरी
breakdown?
ऑप्टिक.
Well, definitely not tears from Seth over here, but let's talk about the initiator players in this matchup, Crashies versus Stax.
Yeah, this was a really great start for Crashy. Stax just in the last few rounds really has been able to drag his stats back up and just slightly overtook him. But from the outset, Crashy was looking incredibly good. He's been such a solid foundation for this team the whole tournament throughout. And he started off hot, but Stax is now matching.
I really do feel like Crashes is one of the best players on binds. Right now, I think Stax is bringing it back up there right now, making it really difficult for him to play.
Yeah, but there were some really cool moments out from Optic, and this round was one of them. Notice this Roomba that Victor is throwing. It actually does like a full 180 to clear full space through short. All those times you see those raises pathing into hookah, instead they've been pounding towards this A site. And they're really well set up with these 4-1s. Yay, in the late round, able to get that one. And then they're good as well at buying time so they can get this spike down. Even though they don't have a Sage or something to make it easy, there's a dog to stun the player that would swing, and then you have a nade off of that. The utility layering from Optic is wonderful to be able to get themselves into those post-plant positions.
Yeah, they're looking like the Optic bind that we expected them to, especially after what happened yesterday.
Yeah, just plays like that I think are so fine-tuned. But
like
you're now going on the defense side, and that's where we actually started off in that first matchup that we saw at Copenhagen. And Ye is a demon in these situations. He is just completely, I mean, look at this. This is a kill heat map, and you see where the kills are happening, where the bodies are falling, essentially. All that short area is completely contained by him because of that op presence that he can have. You saw 62% defensive win rate. It's a lot, and that's enough to actually overtake this after half.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot about the initiator players, but in the second half, the pressure is going to be with Stacks to push Ye off those angles, get him out of those positions early, so you're not conceding those opening kills that Optic are so good at converting.
Ye likes to kill people at short. I'll tell you what, DRX pulled from the book of Holy Moly. Just go B. Just go B the whole time. Do nothing else.
I love the sound of that, Seth. Maybe I should read up on that book. Let's jump into the second half now with your casters, Sideshow and Brett.
It's important to note as well that
DRX
managed to make it relatively even by winning that first pistol round. This is an awkward engagement though off the rip.
What?
Teleport play.
Wow.
With the frenzy, but there are no targets to be found, and it's DRX who are given complete free reign. It feels like up close and personal playing inside the smoke. It is DRX still who come up with the clean.
Oh my god, क्या लगा?
What a wild pistol
Frenzy by OP है.
The play through the teleport, and then Ye is able to rendezvous back over into lamps. And they're hoping to catch people off guard, and DRX is still diligent. They recognize that that is obviously a bait play and clean everybody up.
DRX taking that pistol.
Nice.
Wow. I mean, what a creative idea from Optic, but I think just a little too creative, a little too innovative.
भाई बैन के अंदर तो डिफेंडिंग हार्ड हो रहा है.
Short exec, making sure to clear out the pocket outside.
Attacking easy हो रहा है बे.
Outside showers and
इसको बस होल्ड करना है.
the Optic players
as well. DRX.
Comeback हो रहा है guys, comeback.
Only won one pistol round out of the 4 that they played versus FPX. A lot
Comeback.
of the rounds they were winning were outside of the possibility of them even winning these pistol rounds, and so far against Optic, they've won both of them.
And even with only one pistol round, they were still able to beat the defending champions of Masters Copenhagen.
Bonus point पे.
So big advantage.
क्यों छोड़ेगा?
Heading into the second half.
Spectre, Bulldog, Phantom, Vandal. भाई.
Taking that back.
Yeah, using that rotate rendezvous again and playing over towards short. Let's talk about how important this player is going to be.
But push कर सकते हैं तो बोलो क्योंकि सारे बंदे के पास classic है.
This composition, right? They've never had Buzz playing the Rays in this exact formula, but the last times that DRX have played Bind, and they don't play it much globally, they have been quite a slow team. Ever since
देखते हैं अगर भाई ये मैच अगर जीत जाए ना ऑप्टिक वालों तो भाई जीतना इजी है ये समझ जाओ. क्लासिक वर्सेस वेंडल होने वाला है.
Get those IGL rotates correct and stack the right side.
DRX with a slow play, obviously not willing to make any mistakes.
क्लासिक भी अच्छा डैमेज देता है भाई. 2 हेड लगाए तो इजी डाउन. टिप्टिशिल होने.
Lots of players at the back of the sites.
नहीं हो पाएगा.
They are cleaning it up easily enough. Crashes.
Obviously बात है. क्लासिक के सामने थोड़ी ना होगा.
Spectre.
रनिंग गन भी अगर करे ना तो भी नहीं होगा.
And DRX are going to be able to wrap this one
सेक्टर के सामने.
up even at 7 apiece.
Yeah, nice and pretty round.
Yeah, very clean beginning to this half. I mean, not a chance for Optic to respond on.
Maybe Vandal, Spectre, Bulldog कैसे होगा? And India भी होगा.
And it's now a series of rounds in a row here where Optic have looked out of it and DRX are starting to seriously heat up. The players getting into a rhythm, figuring things out. And this one is so important. DRX using that, FPX bonus round buy to make sure that they have 3 Vandals, or rather 2 Vandals, a Phantom, Bulldog, big weaponry.
पुलिस सेव किया ना इस बार DRX. ऑप्टिक.
Very, very dangerous.
Previous match पे.
Immense opportunities for the snowball to occur right now. Double satchel play. Buzz has taken so much ground. Enough to just offset Victor there. He whiffed his nade, but still.
क्या लगा है अबे ऑप्टिक ने?
Yeah, just a bit too slow there from Stacks trying to follow him up. They could have fought that one very heavily. You see the defensive utility being thrown out right now.
Okay, Victor, we want to talk about it.
And Victor, I think, trying to get up on top of triple there so that he could get an angle towards short. 4 players from Optic looking towards the A site right now, making a hard read with a minute still on the clock. The DRX are cutting noise to go for the re-hit.
Long पे
Marved as well with his reposition.
क्या लगेगा?
ADSing in the sight, he whiffs the shot. It's a dangerous position
Nice
for him to
smoke.
play in.
And what a deep smoke
Side
that he's
time पे
thrown
smoke
for
किया
himself.
बंदा.
If Stacks flashes through that, Marved is toast, so he still has to give up.
A lot of that space. Speaking of space,
मसल में मेरे तुमको बता देगा कि यहाँ पर स्मोक करना चाहिए obviously बात है.
making sure that they're
चलो लेट्स सी कहाँ कोई घुस रहा है यहाँ पर घुस रहा है. एक बंदा घुस गया फेड.
through the back of the site. There's a smoke in the way. Marved making that anti-flash
Smoke,
position as
full
well as
smoke.
expecting it, but just pushing right through an absolute manic play by Zest. He is cleaned up nevertheless. A bit of an ADS battle. Yay
Nice.
wins that one.
स्पैम कर स्पैम में करता ना बंदे का लग जाता है एक दो.
Teleport play. Oh, and Mako
Nice,
gets picked off.
please.
And now there's only one player here. Crashes
चलो
the
लास्ट
perfect
बंदा.
spot to deny.
Nice.
An Optic
Clean
are very
round, भाई,
rarely
clean
gonna allow
round.
you to teleport in the mid to late round, or rather in the late round. Crashy's holding down Octagon there. It's just the perfect play to deny it.
Very aware how they want
Achha
to
round
play
है.
that one. So Optic not out of it just yet when it was looking like there was that snowball potential for DRX.
But DRX with such an interesting play. There were 4 players from Optic defending A, and DRX walked down short, pushed 2 players away, Ye forced a rendezvous, and then still just found it so difficult to get the spike plant down. Optic were just holding backside.
Hard read.
डॉक कर रहा है लॉन्ग पर.
Different approach now though. Trailblazer through Fountain.
को देखा.
He's the only one really holding down onto short as
बट वो
well.
लोग B पर A पर जाएगा.
Ability to try and get out of it. You can hear the
ये
jump.
जाएगा.
And
back away though.
That's such a cool little metagame happening there. Ye likes to post up on the short angle so often, so you need to jiggle peek when you play against Optic, and Victor's trying to catch them.
बट उन लोगों का कोई वो नहीं कर रहा.
There's nobody there.
ऑफ नहीं कर रहा.
Trying to play around
चेंबर है ना.
preconceived ideas.
चेंबर ऑफ कर सकता है वैसे लॉन्ग पर.
Concocted on either side.
वाह यार ए हेवन. पर स्मोक कर रहा है ना. स्मोक की वजह से ऑफ मुश्किल हो जाता है. वाइपर स्मोक कर रहा है इसलिए एक्स्ट्रा भी स्मोक कर रहा है.
Made his presence known though, the snake bite just to try and stop himself from being sandwiched, I think, from any sort of pressure. The spike is making its way over towards A. Feels like DRX want to be making a play off of this.
But can DRX actually get the spike down? Victor still has both satchels and nade. They need to try and force a fight, but Optic are not giving it to them.
Yeah, difficult one for them. Especially with the Optic players now making a fast rotation, a fast read, honestly. They've committed all of their players over towards here, and I think they've realized...
Planting, but nade damage होगा. हाँ. ओह बच गया भाई.
Great movement.
170 HP कर दिया.
68 health now, and the Seekers are trying to push back Optic once more, trying to make this retake happen now, but they've got a hard task.
थोड़ा पहले अगर लेट करता ना.
Flash through deep,
तो बंदा
now sticking this one onto the defuse, has to get off for but a moment, and there's the pull once more.
Diffusing
flash play
हो सकता है. अबे यार.
Being covered. Mako has his teammates back, and now it's their time to strike all the way through with a crossfire. The weapons looking far too good. DRX are looking on fire.
भाई एक्स्ट्रा ने अगर नहीं डाला ना स्टार यहाँ पर तो बंदा डिफ्यूज कर सकता था, है ना?
And then it's another amazing round from Marco. Gets a 4K off the back of a Lamp's positioning, but he'd also done all of the work to sneak into pocket to begin the round.
It's like Nats-esque play.
It is beautiful.
Berlin 2021.
Because
तेरे क्या कर रहा है देखता हूँ.
They did not have smokes.
Shroud, Kedek, cover है वो लोग.
To help out Buzz, just everything played beautifully.
एक सेकंड उन लोगों का स्ट्रीम देखता हूँ मैं.
Just destroying.
I don't know.
Now Optic forced to take, I think, their first thrifty round, looking to pressure anybody at Showers.
It's toasty, right? Or is it just?
इनको तो push कर रहा है. Optic.
Right?
One hell of a jiggle peek.
That was a hell
More
of a
people, I
jiggle
think.
Opened himself up very wide. There was opportunity there for Victor.
Sentinel track.
Oh yeah.
And Ye's hunting
Hell
for
yeah.
the same.
अच्छा लोग ऊपर है क्या?
We gotta make some noise though.
मतलब स्टेज पर ही है.
Say I'm Batman.
Fighting over B-Long and Showers.
I'm Batman.
And now that they've pushed people back on both of those avenues,
Vengeance.
looking for another play. With the
Shout कर रहा है क्या स्ट्रीम देखता हूँ. ना.
Hey, yours is way better than mine.
Tense कर रहा है.
Do you have a signed Batman portrait, don't you? Or poster?
I do. But now I have to get Robert Pattinson. I have every single signature from every single Batman except for Robert Pattinson.
That's sick.
Yeah, घुस पाएगा ये पर.
I'll touch him Rob for you. He didn't go way back.
That's a satchel to push them back. Macro still wants to take the lead though for the rest of his team. He is super vulnerable. The nade almost doing too much damage to him. But FNS tries to strike.
Oh, what?
The fuck?
What?
It's not cosmetic, baby.
Cleanup. Stack still left.
Wait, what just happened?
भाई क्या मैच क्या बे यहाँ पर? GSKILL भी.
Seconds though. The spike is not in a good position for him.
Thrift.
Gonna have to reposition.
I don't know.
जीत जाएगा.
Oh my god.
Nice.
GG.
I don't know why that light keeps dying.
That round was huge for Optic. Is it a wire?
भाई यहाँ पर spam हो गया बहुत
No, I
गलत.
don't think so.
Somehow, some way, Optic make them happen. And this
Yeah, it
time,
keeps turning off for
the
like
answer
5
was
seconds,
yay.
and then it turns.
Look
I don't
at
know.
That 2K, perfect.
Just magic.
Finding the first
Nice.
one.
What
is
the
production
player
fucking
tried
with
to
us?
trade him. And just really good defensive stacking on an area. Really good defensive clearing of both extremities, and then playing towards short. Good decision making. Good crossfire.
टाइम आउट पड़ चुका है
excellent aim.
DRX का. I think.
And Optic are making up for their
skill that they can really just flex on the opposition.
Tense क्या कर रहा है? चलो.
If they want to, they can try and invest and force buy into this one. They've got
DRX
Buzz
का
and
time out है.
Showstopper as well. They could definitely cook up some kind of idea on this attack round. But if they lose, then the snowball starts forming very heavily in favor of Optic.
And this is a really dangerous round. You look at the ultimates that Optic are working with, that they can, you know, put a stop, I think, to any sort of comeback potential.
बंदा
Wait for
DRX का
DRX to get back into
सब
this
उड़ा रहे
next
हैं यहाँ
round.
पर.
They've got the Seekers on Crash, he's mad with the Orbital Strike, one away from the Viper Spit on FNS, one away from the Tour de Force on Yay.
Yeah.
So much potential to just put a stop right here, right now.
And it does look like DRX are going to force into this one. Bulldog, Spectre Light Armor.
But बहुत ही close है यहाँ. 8-9 है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बस बहुत ही दूर है points. 8-9 है. एक round जीत गया तो lead पकड़ ले ना. Long जाने का कोशिश कर रहा है DRX. भी जा सकता है क्या? तुम लोगों का वाइपर ने वॉल किया एक बार. ये तो कंफ्यूजन है ना, कहाँ पर आएगा? ओ मार सकते हैं. वाइपर यहाँ पर मार सकता था. इस काल से मार सकता था.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Nice shot.
But you still need to deal with El Diablo.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere all at
Oh
once.
my god.
And DRX have to calm things down right now. They don't have the tools to be able to get into the site. If they can cut noise just for a little bit, maybe the Nightfall will open the way. Stax has got his flash online. Haunt as well.
Haunt. Not a Nightfall.
चैम्बर का HP 1 HP है.
I think it caught Victor as well.
नहीं, उसका HP बढ़ जाएगा.
Still locks down the angle.
Nice
really
shot.
working with absolutely nothing. Just pure aim. Stax has made his mark though.
चैम्बर का सिर्फ 10 HP है. Nice.
Yay strikes.
Bro क्या लगाया ऑप? मैं कहा ना ऑप अगर लगा ना तो इजी है उन लोगों का.
He's been having somewhat of a quiet map until that play.
लॉन्ग पे या फिर हेवन पे अगर ऑप लगाया इजी है. फ्री किल है भाई ऑप पे.
He held his ground the entire time, and the rest of Optic
Nice.
body block trailblazers, broke the haunts, set him up on the angles,
Nice kill,
and
nice kill.
allowed him to feast. I feel like
ऐसा अगर
this
खेल जाए
tournament
तो easy
has
है
been set
Optic.
up by the rest of Optic better than we've ever seen before.
इस बार फुल सेव DRX.
Potential greatest of all time.
फुल सेव नहीं, मतलब शरीफ काट लिया.
And that's even with him cooling off slightly in the last
ये
two
राउंड अगर जीत
series
जाए ना
he's
Optic
played. But don't get me wrong,
तो
that's going
जीतना
from
easy है.
greatest of all time, best performance
I think
ever
जीत सकता है.
to a verified superstar. That's like going from the devil himself down to just being a demon.
ये पर आ रहा है. ये मेन पे.
High ground position there, just can't quite nail the shot. Although I believe Zest actually did take a tremendous amount of damage in the middle of Orders. No, it was just a contest. Outside showers. That's been taken now. Bit of a molly as well to deny anyone from trying to plant this one, but it is just that half by 4 DRX. They don't have the guns to be taking, just the raw duels.
मुश्किल है DRX के लिए.
And look at how Crashies in
उन
rounds
लोगों के
like
पास
this
गन भी नहीं
is
है.
gonna maintain control and information towards B long. And it just means that if DRX go for some kind of teleport pivot, they're done for. They're going to be running into a trademark, and then Crashy's mopping them up from a really difficult position to contest. And that allows Optic players here to tie the band. They almost found the entry that they needed, but this looks like...
ये तो पता चल गया कि उन लोगों के पास गन नहीं है.
And we said, Brent, that prior round, round 18, was the pivotal one.
It was so important.
They took a timeout to decide...
क्या लगा है अबे शेरीज वाइपर ने?
They decided to go for the force buy, and it failed.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
They're now on the cusp of potentially losing this one, and this is
Op
where
ले
it
लिया
gets
ना?
really dangerous. Look at the ultimates on the line for Optic here. I mean, the Viper's Pit.
अबे कहाँ जा सकता है बी पर? चेंबर बी पर जा, बी लॉन्ग जा.
Operator defense setup when he has that tour de force.
हाँ बी जा रहा है.
Not sure if they'll be opting into it at the moment, but just holding on to their rifles.
क्या है?
But a buy round for DRX, a full investment
ना
across
लॉन्ग
the
पे कोई नहीं जा
board,
रहा.
and a must-win.
लॉन्ग पे कोई नहीं जा रहा गाइस. वो भी पता चल गया ना लॉन्ग पे तो. ओह हाल कर दिया लॉन्ग पे. बी लॉन्ग आउट.
Playing again heavy for B-Long and Showers, not allowing DRX to get control of those outer wings of the map, areas where they could try to get into a site with the Viper ult.
क्या होगा?
And DRX are so patient here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have to be ready for anything. Stax is just watching the teleporter just in case there's a Showers play that might be made.
And you can see that all of the DRX is reactive. They're not planning to try and set the pace themselves. They're looking to respond to what Optic throw at them.
It feels like Ye has caught on to the fact that, yeah, you're going to use utility.
Raise hold कर रहा है भाई
Who has the confidence to swing him? Who has the confidence to actually capitalize? Because he is disrespecting
B long alt है वाइपर का.
And at some point you have to step up to Ye.
शॉट से जाने का ही कोशिश करेगा.
To follow that flash and get the
विंडो से. पिक ही नहीं लेगा भाई. दिक्कत यहाँ पे छुप के बैठा हुआ है वाइपर. भाई मुश्किल है DRX के लिए. पता है पर कोई नहीं है, कभी के अंदर कोई नहीं है.
That smoke causes so many problems for them, but time is running low. You have to strike now. Viper's Pit comes through. That's an orbital strike waiting for it.
क्या आल्ट है बे?
Players are just being stumped right now.
Nice ult. अबे क्या दिक्कत है?
Season to the back of the site. There needs to be some space being gained here. DRX.
क्या होल कर
try
लिया?
and jump out into the site. You're waiting right into a potential trap, and still they lay claim.
Land हो जाएगा.
But Evanes to the back. What a spray! This fight is denied. One after another. Evanes, you absolute monster. Creeping and crawling in the pit. And yeah, some consolation prizes at the end of the day for Buzz as he gets 4 kills, but
क्या खेल गया DRX वालों ने
map point.
नहीं sorry.
What a play from FNS. The ping based on audio cues. RB way too late with the backstab.
क्या खेल गया भाई Optic?
Well deserved pop off there. The last
GG Optic GG.
we've seen from FNS on Bind, he's looked like a playmaker.
लॉन्ग पे था ना, इसलिए तो पकड़ नहीं पाया. चुप के बैठा हुआ था. इस बार लाइन अप.
Make no mistake, is a must-win map for Optic if they want to make the third grand final.
बंदे को हटा दिया यार. ये वाला लाइन अप मेरे को भी यूज करना है.
So much
वाइपर खेलता नहीं होना बैन के.
Nice. Ye is so willing to take that space.
Nice shot.
One shot found, 1 kill as
Long
well.
कोई नहीं आएगा.
Removed from the fight. Stax is next, and now
चलो
just 3
easy है.
players left standing to try and
3v5 है.
bring anything back in this map of Bind, but Optic are just looking more and more certain.
कुछ भी हो सकता है. अभी भी कह नहीं सकता, उन लोगों के पास गन है.
Seen some huge comebacks from DRX, but they're looking outclassed right now. Moments of brilliance, but what on everybody from Optic,
and one after another. They all fall. Risks being taken by Mako, but eventually he will also go down.
GG
goes the way of Optic.
DRX GG.
No premature celebrations here. Optic have been in these spots before.
क्या ऑप लगाया बे?
They've said in press conferences that they enjoy best of 5 series. They think it favors them.
Like my
experience, tenacity, and they've got that stamina as well. It's a long road ahead for both of these teams as they look to try and face Loud. I think now some questions are going to be asked. What does the bounce back look like? You've gone on the map that favors Optic the most, and you put up a decent fight. What does it look like when you go to the map where you're favored the most? What does it look like as we head towards Breeze?
DRX Korean, na?
Where DRX are expected and arguably have to win.
Korean, I think.
Such an interesting battle that takes place. Because the curse has been broken, it feels like DRX have gotten over those mental hurdles. They've been holding them back every single event. But in a best of 5 on a global stage against the tyrants of North America, it's a difficult ask, I think, for any team.
And Optic had a few things there that they were just doing beautifully. I mean, the way that they were being able to recover rounds, we saw huge performances.
DRX का team भी बहुत ही अच्छा खेला है पर.
Yay with moments too, and I think a lot of these themes will carry forwards. I mean, the Yay operator continued to be.
Next में Breeze है. चलो Breeze भी देखते हैं.
The series is just beginning. We've got lots
of
questions.
Breeze में आपका gameplay बहुत ही ज़्यादा पॉप हो सकता है इसमें.
Map number 2, don't go anywhere. Going to go to a short break on the other side.
Close में close
of the series. We'll see you.
Red Bull Campus Clutch is back. Assemble your team and lead it to the World Final. Register now for your national qualifier.
We have to tell everyone that we just switched to Verizon's new Welcome Unlimited plan for just $30.
I've already told everyone.
Wait, did you say Verizon for just $30?
It's their best unlimited price ever.
$30? That's awesome. Yeah, and it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
For $30 a line, I'm switching now.
Yeah.
Because a true patriot.
And you get $960
I'm Canadian, that's
when you
fine.
switch the whole family.
Wow. I gotta let my buddies know.
The network you want, the price you love, only from Verizon.
Live on the stream.
In the world on Bind. I'm Yingsu and I'm back here with Mimi, Bala and Achilles. After yesterday, I think we had some questions about Optics Bind. Bala, do you feel like they answered those questions today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Loud was definitely playing it slightly differently than DRX. DRX hadn't played in a while, but they stomped him. I mean, it felt like they were in control. Obviously, it was a close game. Obviously, DRX tried to keep it in there. But I didn't feel like Optic lost control the entire time.
No, I mean, it was a close half. It was a good run back from DRX to be able to make it as close as it was because it looked like it was going to be a blowout. They managed to make it a 7-5 half. But after that, once they shift over to the attacking side, it just fell completely flat. They only get, what, 3 rounds picked up in that half in total? It just,
the
didn't
pistol,
look great.
Right? They got both pistols. Yeah. That's kind of the story.
Yeah, I mean, it really was one-sided once we crossed over for the likes of Optic. And I think the player that I was really impressed with throughout this series was Victor. I think coming into this event, and particularly in the playoffs, people have been a bit doubting him, really heavily leaning towards Ye when you're talking about the stars of this team. But he's been really, really good. And on the other side, it was the Raze being shut down. This is one of those rounds where DRX on the attacking side just did not feel like that coordinated DRX that we know and love. You see, Buzz is in on his own. He gets shut down, and it just gives ample opportunity for Ye to farm.
Yeah, I think Buzz being on this role, being on the Raze, Seth, you mentioned it, he hadn't played it in such a long time. It was a huge detriment. I mean, there was so many moments where he missed the showstoppers, missed his satchels to get out of positions. It was kind of rough watching that, but he still kind of shows off in the firepower. But when you're playing that Raze, it's a different thing. You have to be creating that space. You have to be finding value out of your ults.
I mean, clearly Buzz, still a great aimer, still just incredible in that regard. But we can see the nade lineups, the showstopper, the movement on the satchels, it just was not there. I looked it up. The last time that he had played this was actually versus Cloud9 at Champs last year. December 7th was the last time that he has played Raze professionally.
Yeah, it has been a while, but a guy who was looking comfortable and was looking great for DRX was Mako. This guy is looking like an absolute world-class controller. And again, when one of these kind of greatest controllers faces up against Marv, the other side is looking better. Thus far, this tournament from Marv has not been up to the insane standard that he set himself at the first two Masters tournaments this year, but it hasn't really seemed to be a detriment for Optic thus far at this tournament. He's been solid. He's still been that role player. We haven't seen the magic, but it didn't seem to matter in that match.
Yeah, it's really nice to see, I mean, Mako come out on that map and look really good. I think that's going to be a bright spot for them going forward and has to continue because DRX and Mako versus Marv, it's been a theme for a long time, even back to Reykjavik, about who's the best controller, and Mako shows up there. That's a really good thing for DRX.
Well, let's take a look, a closer look at Mako showing up there on Bind in the Verizon high-speed moment. Seth, you were completely blown away by what he was able to do, despite losing out to Optic.
I basically was just sat here saying Mako is my god repeatedly as I watched this play because he just gets left out to dry. Only person left and just plays this one to perfection. The snap onto to Finesse just a second sooner to go ahead, drop that pit, and then just gets the read. Manages to get the headshot across onto Marv. It was a massive clutch for Mako. And honestly, with him picking up, I think, 2, maybe even 3 4Ks. Yeah, so at least the 2 4Ks there. He was a major reason that DRX were able to make this look remotely close.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's consistency has been absolutely insane for DRX as an individual. And I think that if it weren't for his performance, this game would have been a lot more one-sided. I think Optic were clearly the better team. It was 2 clutches pretty much from Buzz, or excuse me, not from Buzz, from Mako instead, and the pistol round and the round after that they converted. Otherwise, this would have been pretty much just Optic all the way home.
Well, you guys spoke about Buzz a little bit already. Here he is in the AIM Lab shoot-around Raze. Not the most impressed you guys have seen, but as we move on to the maps for the rest of the pool, we're going to see the Korean Jet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think on Breeze, Ascent, and Haven, those maps are the ones I'm looking at. They're deep in the pool, but Breeze is next. This guy can turn up. We saw it yesterday against FPX. He was a monster.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's just going to go back to so much comfort. I still really have to question how that comp that they ran on Vine kind of came together, because I was talking to you guys, would have much rather just seen the Raze be picked up by RB. He's incredibly proficient at it, and Buzz has played control. He has played Astra in the past this year, so I would have preferred to see that. But with him shifting back over to the Jet, that's going to be a breath of fresh air, a sigh of relief for the DRX fans out there.
Yeah, I think that was the first map where I was really questioning what DRX's identity was. Thus far, they've defined it super well in the tournament, but a team who hasn't really defined their identity is Optic, particularly on this Breeze map, which is coming up next. They've lost it all 3 times they've played at this tournament, have shown a lot of different compositions, including that crazy Fnatic Neon Breach one, and none of them have particularly sold me.
I think missing as well that op presence on that map. Buzz moved from Chamber that he was playing at Copenhagen on Bind to this Raze, and he was not picking up the op. This time he's going to be able to have a chance to use it. And yeah, going against an Optic who doesn't know what they really want to do on this map, that's going to be some place where he can really find gaps. I mean, you saw, and I mentioned earlier in the show, against FPX, DRX was finding so many gaps where it wasn't super drilled from FPX, and Buzz was in there just abusing it.
And this map's going to be super important for DRX. I think this is their must-win in the series. It's the one map that is clearly definitive towards them. The rest are super back and forth on who can take it home.
So we're going to head into the Prime Gaming Agent Select. And now, like you said, me Mimi. Optic, some funky things here. Would you like to see more funk?
No, I want to see a good, honest composition. I want to see the sleeper comp that everyone is running because I have not been convinced by any of their crazier iterations.
I think there's just no way in hell that Optic decided to run that composition again. I think it's just going to go back to brass tacks.
Yep. Less funk.
Yeah, I mean, there's no funk here.
Yeah.
It's funkless.
There's a little bit on the, I mean, DRX is exactly the same, but in terms of getting to that comp, there's a little bit more variety on what you can do with the plays.
Yeah, there really is. And I think that here, I'm really looking at Victor yet again. He had a great game #1 on the Raze. I think the Raze and Neon are normally his strongest roles, but domestically, he was dominant on this Jet. Internationally on Breeze, hasn't quite been the same. So my focus is really on him and less so on Ye, particularly when they get on that attacking side.
How much of a swing do you guys feel like this is? Obviously, Bind, you expected Optic to take this. Do you feel the same way about DRX on Breeze?
I think we'd be foolish to say no just because DRX, while they have played incredibly close series, they had overtime versus 100 Thieves on this very map, they were able to take it, they were able to persevere, and less so, it's more, I think, actually even more so, it's about the record that Optic have showed on this map. But they left it in.
It's 0-3 for them, right? They lost to Boom in groups. It's definitely a dire situation, but we have seen them be able to compete with even DRX on this specific map as well.
Yeah, I think if DRX loses here, it might just be a 3-0. This is their map in the series to win.
I mean, especially since the fact that Optic, they get to start on defense here, so they don't have to worry about some of the attack rounds they've not been able to win. But having said that, it's time for us to get into game and pass this back over to your casters, Bren and Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, map #2 here in these lower bracket finals, and I'm hoping it shakes up. You know, I'm hoping it ends up being a bit of an even fight now because we're heading to Breeze. This should be now a bit of a bread and butter map pick, honestly, for DRX, all things considered, over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, this year, in terms of global tournaments, DRX are 5-2 on Breeze with some big notable scalps. And the Des was talking, Optic have struggled at Champions. They are not looking good on this map. Weirdly, the last time that these two teams faced off, Optic dominated DRX on Breeze. They won 13-4, but that was in Optic's heyday on this map when Victor was just absolutely hitting and everything felt fresh and ready from Optic. They have not been able to capture the same level of magic on this map, and it's all been DRX. They've been able to shake off that bad mentality, they've broken the shackles, and they're looking for revenge.
They certainly are. Way to bounce back.
चलो वैसे I'm back.
Series between both of these teams.
Game शुरू हो रहा है.
Here with the pistol round, and it is a case
Breeze
of
map
back to
है.
basics. On the side of Optic, with Victor running
Optic
that jet
versus
again forward.
DRX. Optic है अटैक Optic वो कर रहा है डिफेंडिंग कर रहा है और DRX अटैक कर रहा है. चलो देखते हैं. Let's see. A पर जाने का कोशिश.
What is this from Crashies? Just how do you expect somebody to be positioned there? It's an absurd positioning because
Nice.
through mid. 4 kills for
क्या
Crashies.
clean match बे.
What a pistol round. Almost like they were just reading it was going to be
Nice
a
match.
split through halls.
Yeah,
Clean
I read
match.
that like a book. What a great pistol round strat.
Goodbye gaming है bro. अन्ना play Valorant with me. हाँ of course bro. खेल सकते हो मेरे साथ.
Strong one. So there again, we didn't see it really in the POV, but Crashies pushed down elbow with Victor. They took a quick glance.
सोवा 4 kill गया.
Out through mid. Victor's looking, seeing if anyone's playing for mid control, and then they went through double doors. So they actually beat DRX
कैसे जाएगा क्या?
to that position. They were faster on the defensive rotate than they were. Than DRX were to
But
split
अगर
the
op अपनी मार्शल लेके बैठा हुआ है तो नहीं होगा.
It does set them up with that pistol round.
मार्शल या op के लिए अच्छा है ये जगह.
Here on DRX's map.
मैं कहा ना ब्रिज op के लिए अच्छा है ब्रिज में.
Buzz just trying to
क्योंकि
acquire
क्लोज रेंज है पर शॉट बहुत ही कम
well,
होगा.
but
लॉन्ग रेंज का
slow and steady.
फाइट होगा.
It's the name of the game right now for Optic. You don't want to be giving away anything for free.
And as the wall goes down, it's going to indicate things for Optic.
Oh, घुस गया.
How does Victor want to
Smoke
play
करके.
this? Marshall not the best weapon.
Opportunity to.
वो मार्शल वाला सामने क्लोज रेंज मार्शल रेक्टेब लग गया ना.
Kills. I mean, listen, the players are really forcing the issue to him. Has to dash back for the safety of the rest of his team. But the spike has been planted. DRX though are playing in such a beautiful position for those shotguns.
Nice.
Crashies already getting value out of it. 1 kill claimed for him, and he has softened up the remainders.
मैं मिस कर दिया बे.
DRX just cannot stand this. Nice position from Stacks here for the wall, but they are just holding for it.
Ooh.
Very, very disciplined stuff from
Clean
Optic.
shot.
Really nice. Love the way that Victor played that as well. I thought he might get a bit greedy with a peek with the Marshall through the wall, but he just backs off, and the rest of Optic play that one very intelligently. Huge value from Crashies. He's actually 1 away from his Hunter's Fury of the bonus. There isn't really a great place that you can play for Orbs on the defensive breeze, but if he's able to find a pick on the entry, I mean, we've just seen the Prime Gaming Flawless, we could maybe see another one.
Yeah, snowball potential. Keeping that momentum going.
But momentum is so important for Optic on this side of the map. Optic's attack side has been disastrous at Champions.
अभी देखते हैं तीसरा राउंड क्योंकि इसमें होगा वेंडल अंदर नहीं और बस तो स्पेक्टर है
Sometimes you're thinking 12 because they've just been so back and forth. Seeing a ridiculous amount of comebacks.
So Marv uses his 0 point to grab information in elbow this round. Doesn't see anyone at all.
That's a bit of a flash play. That's just a re-clear for information.
And look, if they don't spot info in mid, Optic are thinking it's an A split. Already, these Optic players getting into
ये अगर Optic जीत जाए ना ये वाला राउंड तो easy है मैच
So now in DRX, sorry, in Optic's head, they're thinking, all right, it's either going to be an A split through Hall.
Double pop flash play, Marv!
And Marv has confirmed it is, in fact, an A play.
Wants to take the fight straight to them, and he did take one rifle out of their hands. The damage being done as well to Stacks and Buzz.
DRX are just continuing to play this really slowly.
Yeah, it's...
If they cut noise at this point, Optic don't have many ways of grabbing info anymore.
But
ये पर ही जाएगा बट भी होल कर रहा है ना
time is going to be your worst enemy. Was that prior damage done? That was all marked earlier. It sets it up one after the other. Marshall Demons firing one after the other. There are no angles you can play. There is no safety that you can find. Because Optic have just won the bonus.
That's another hard read by Optic. I mean, DRX cut noise there, and they easily could have rotated back through mid. Optic had already used their drone, recon, 0 point, flashes. They'd used every informational piece of utility they could.
Yeah.
They didn't know that DRX were going to re-hit, but they felt it in their gut, in their bones. And Victor and Ye were both there, ready to just set up the musket line.
The scary thing right now, Josh, is getting some similar feelings, the parallels, honestly, to Reykjavik earlier this year, 2022, when Optic lost their upper bracket match. Had to fight back in 2 matches, the lower bracket final and the grand finals. They were locked in then.
Yeah, they just looked like they were in peak form. And if this map ends up going even more heavily the way of Optic, I've got to agree with you.
Yeah, he's just ignoring the jet again. Okay. Completely ignoring that angle. Does eventually respect it. Have to deal with this one though. And the shot down into the snake bite. Absolutely sublime. It all combos up. And Zess will try to make the most of it. He's picked up the operator. The players are on him. Positioning is known. That's the 4th round for Optic.
Huge play. And Ye has just come into this with the mantra that you're going to have to kill him 5 times before he even thinks about respecting you. These shock darts from Crashies as well have just been masterful. Look at that.
That is just elite.
It's into not just the snake bites, but also the orb that FNS has laid down. That's a preset plan, and DRX fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Now they have an opportunity to respond. They can't allow Optic to run away with this in the same way as happened on Blind.
Double op defensive setup for Optic. And it's Ye taking the aggressive angle. Doesn't overstep himself though, just wants to hold his ground.
This rendezvous is so much worse after the patch as well. Ye is not inside it right now. He has to swing out so wide to escape.
Here.
So if Ye finds a pick here, he has to actually swing into the traders in order to escape. And he's still bold enough to go for it.
Yeah, just pure disrespect. Ye woke up today and he wasn't out to make friends. He's here to win.
He's going to get challenged.
Yeah, the players are creeping up to him, and it has to be the respect being shown.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's so dangerous, and he gets away with it.
Somehow, some way. Seeker's now going to be popped off, though, because this needs to be a play. They've already made their way up through tunnel. They are positioning known, the Optic players. Get the back of the side through tunnel, and that's Buzz going to be opening things up for them. Nicely done. Mako also following it up. Two of the anchoring players going to be feeling a bad hand there.
Spike planted.
Seeing Victor say hello to each other through the scopes of their own guns, but trying to retake this now with the operators is going to be more than a hard task. It's nigh impossible.
And DRX with a massive burst play there, overwhelming the positioning from those defensive players. A great idea against double op. I'm not even sure they knew there was a double op setup going on. They didn't really test out Victor as far as I'm aware. But they had to expect that Ye was there, especially after finding him in elbow. And so that big burst play looking good. This is going to be the first round on the board for DRX, and they need a few more than this. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you granted that.
But also, Brent, I was pointing out Crashy's Hunter's Fury in round 3. We're about to head into round 6, and he still hasn't found an opportunity to use it on defense. Look where he dies here, trying to take an aggressive fight and challenge the players as they come in.
Yeah.
I would quite like to see Crashy's drop off a little bit from the site and use his Hunter's Fury to deny plant and let someone else take that aggro swing. You could argue it's difficult when they play a double op setup though, because the people swinging off your ult are probably going to have ops in their hands. It's not as good. But finding value from Crashy's ults is important so that you cycle on to the next. And this is the first time where we see DRX focus on mid control.
It's going to be the name of the game for them. Maybe off the back of expecting FNS to use that Viper's Pit. Ye locks down one area in Hunter's Fury. The value not being found. Crashy's, he just puts it away, back into the holster. No real value or damage.
That is an unusual one. But with RB falling, look at this push.
Yeah,
I love the way that Optic are approaching this.
Absolutely taking liberties with it, but Zest, he covers it. There were gaps in the defensive protocol with RB falling, but it's being managed and watched for.
And that is huge. Zest had the spike as well. If that duel goes in the opposite direction, could be curtains for DRX in a round where they need to keep building on this momentum. Optic are making the read at this point that it's going to finish somewhere towards A. And they're leaving FNS on his own.
Really awkward angles! You're literally leaving your two operator players, yet... God damn, does Ye look clean. Dart in the back, though. Has to be respect shown to that one. He does maneuver his way around. It looks like maybe a play towards mid. DRX feeling a bit indecisive. Hopping up into Nest stacks. He does remove a thorn in the side of DRX of what was going to be stopping them potentially. Now a drone to lead them in. In the side, Victor tries to hide from it. Forced to dash back, and now he is being sandwiched. It's Mako and Stacks. The wave evade, he misses a no-scope. A flash play, surely he's not still alive. But he is alive and waiting, ready to contain. Optic just not given any room to breathe.
And yeah, he thinks there's still somebody in that corner. He's not going to be given an opportunity like that. And this two-player retake just can't deal with a Viper's Pit down.
He just can't do it.
And honestly, Brent, this double op defense, they're getting kills, but it doesn't seem to be working as well. I feel like there's some fluidity missing on the Optic defense.
Yeah, when you don't have the rifles to try and play together.
I think I'd like to see Victor go back to a rifle. Yeah. They were getting great value out of having Victor push mid for info and create these challenges on the map. It's not that he's a bad offer, it's just there are different pros and cons to running double op setups. And DRX are managing to burst through openings.
Now clawing their way back. Second round on the board. A lot of money being built up for them as well, and ultimates. It's going to be a crucial element. Obviously, committing that Viper's Pit in this round, but Stacks finding
that kill is everything.
It is everything.
I mean, that missed just by a millimeter, but I still don't think the round was there, even if he hits the no-scope. As soon as Stacks opens up that path through Nest, the round falls to pieces because those double op players are worried about getting pinched from either side.
It's an Optic timeout that is quite reminiscent, I think, of stage 2 as well, when they were going through the phase of, you know, any sort of slip in momentum, anything that looks like the enemy's getting back into it, instantly going to be taking a timeout. Okay, how do we disrupt this?
And you at home can't quite see it yet, but the only player not to buy so far is Victor. So I've got to think that part of this discussion is about whether or not they want that double op setup again. He has the money if they want to invest into it, so this would be a choice. Chet and FNS going to be discussing with the rest of the team as to what defensive setup they want to be running here. On the other side of things too, DRX, they've got a Hunter's Fury. One of the most common plays that you'll see with the Hunter's Fury is to go for a hold split on A and have that Hunter's Fury towards anybody that might be playing stairs or the back orange area.
DRX do that a lot.
Yeah. So it actually looks, if you take a look at the minimap, like they might be wanting to use that over on B. But I could imagine Optic reading into the A hit.
Yeah, different approach there, especially off the back of the timeout.
Yeah, he puts down a trademark on A, and they are actually going to have 3 players on B right now.
Including Ye with that operator, and he looks like he's going to be wading right into the mix of this. This is 5 players really leaning on the side of DRX. Over the drone to try and set him up. Anything to cover, how does he get that kill?
What on earth? What a play. Crashy's droning from B main, and Victor trying to get set up in elbow. And in the midst of all of that, it's Ye that finds the opener. I shouldn't be surprised, really, should I?
But there was a player swimming from window, I think. It felt like he should have been punished there, but...
He just finds the timing and people respected the drone. That's such a cool little set play that Optic have added in. They knew that they would play Breeze today. And Optic have won on it before. I think there were a lot of people saying Optic should have removed this map, but right now, it's looking a little bit like they've recaptured some of that old magic.
Yeah, good answers.
Victor's moved away. They're not anticipating the re-hit, but now the Sova utility comes out and questions asked of Ye and Crashy.
Drone dart, everyone being revealed over the top. The right-click buzz will be rewarded. 1 kill for him, but if that counter spam means that there is a trade in play. Ye still at the back of the site. Post-plant positions from DRX.
मुश्किल है.
To feel the heat now as it is being turned up, and now being swarmed from every possible angle.
Pick नहीं ले रहा.
Reflanked of Marv through main. Could be everything, but Arby wins out the fight. At the back of the site with Victor falling. It's down to that 3v3.
Yeah, he was not in a spot to trade. And Marco's got another.
Beautiful, one after the other. All down to Marv. Knows the positioning of 1 or 2 players. Just land the spray down. The DRX looking like they are climbing their way back.
भाई DRX का comeback हो रहा है.
4 in a row from Optic, now 3 in a row from
अभी मुश्किल है.
And recovering a 4v5.
Save करेगा क्या? No.
All of the teams in the top 4, apart from Optic, have been really good in these 4v5 situations. And even
क्या है? Loading.
They have showcased that ability. Great round from DRX to get things back into their favor, and that's with post-plant positions that look very claustrophobic. Optic look like they're going to go for another aggressive play off the rip. As once more, they get that double up set up online.
Flash does set them up, but a dart to
ये ऑप का गेम है पूरा.
pushes them back. Obviously doesn't get destroyed fast enough. Now a Trailblazer up to elbow as Crashies. Stand up, has to back away from this one, but again, look at this from Optic.
They take a lot of space off the back of the drone here, and DRX are constantly in a position where they have to worry about this. In the last 3 rounds though, DRX have actually been able to group up on a site without losing too many players, and it's literally just the executes that are working.
Sangal is everything! Marco, how do you win
भाई क्या shot था DRX का?
Such a wide swing. And he rips Victor's head off.
One tap क्या लगा है बे weapon ने?
Today, Marco is on a heater. Ye though, with the second operator. And Zest didn't quite anticipate that one.
Let's play.
Set up for them. Now the tour de force going to be in the hands of RB. He's going to offload his own ultimate. Players are waiting. They'll flash to try and set it up. Buzz dashes through. That cuts up the close crosshair placement. They need to deal with these players though, because FNS will not be removed. Anchoring the site. 3 kills for him. And he wants to claim the 9th.
गया उसका.
The tour de force. RB left up to his own devices,
चलो.
but too much to deal with.
But भाई जो weapon ने one tap लगाया इतना दूर.
Where players refuse to lose. I feel like it's that kind
वो
of
तो
thing
epic
from
था
Marco
ये वाला shot.
and from FNS. All at the same time. I've seen bigger
चलो.
rounds from FNS than I can remember in quite a while. I mean, that is a monstrous.
भाई सिर्फ छोटा सा body दिखा था. Body पे तो नहीं मारा, head पे मारा. But सिर्फ छोटा सा part दिखा बंदे का.
Response coming out from FNS, the Viper on the other side.
Nice shot
I
था.
thought today was going to be a battle potentially between Mako and Marv.
Time out.
just hands down the best controller player in the world, but slipping in this tournament and fighting against another challenger for that title in Mako.
Optic का DRX का timeout है.
Always been hunting for that throne in terms of best controller player in the world.
कुछ तो discussion होने वाला है.
FNS is really being the player that's stepping up playing it. DRX are going to take a timeout. So one timeout each burnt as we head into round 9.
Let's go.
See what kind of play they might want to make with this one. In terms of the ultimates, DRX are working with that Hunter's Fury that Zest has been holding on to. We theorized. Okay.
I hit Bobby.
Actually, just hard trolling Durka. Just hard trolling him. I've been there. It's not nice. Social media unusable for Durka now. But DRX are going to be looking to see what they can do. Make their mark maybe in this round because they don't want to give Optic too much of a round lead.
चलो.
And DRX actually haven't tried
Musician वाला set है क्या? कहाँ पर है ये वाला set? अच्छा mid पर है हाँ पता है. चलो इस बार जा रहा है B. Attack. ये दो बंदे हैं. Optic का.
He swings through.
क्या लगा है बे? बंदा बहुत ही chill खेलता है ना ये वाला बंदा.
who was just being pressured over and over again, and that is just
clean round बे.
Ren, I think you're right.
क्या खेल गया सुबह यहाँ पर? ये बंदा बहुत ही chill खेलता है. कोई stress नहीं लेता है. इसकी वजह से बंदा अच्छा खेलता है.
But that is not what I'm seeing. I am seeing an Optic that are playing
दो बंदे तो easy खा गया.
than the last 3 times we've seen them on preset channels.
I am seeing an Optic that is refusing to lose. Let's go. This is a team, the only one in the running for Champs 2022 anymore that can get 2 titles into their belt in 2022.
2 titles
full
ever. Look at
full rush.
Look at Victor chasing down RB.
Chasing down RB, and they are really showing him no quarter.
That is a phenomenal flash as well that Mark
भाई इस बार तेरे को नहीं छोड़ेंगे.
Exactly at the point where RB is forced to use his rendezvous. Thankfully, already had it set up, but they're even burning the drone. Zest is using his primary source of entry into sites.
This is just vicious.
In order to re-clear this aggression.
And DRX are forced to respect them. They're forced to just cower in the corner.
And it gets Ye set up on this line. An area where he was able to find a kill previously with his Op2.
He's been doing this so much. And again, always rewarded. It's this aggressive space.
Brent, at this point, I feel like Optic threw the last 3 Breeze games to save their strats for this one.
Apparently so.
They just have so many new ideas heading in.
मुश्किल होगा mid से जाना.
Ideas that even when they were playing their best at Breeze, I haven't seen them use.
भाई पर अभी भी wall नहीं गया हाँ अभी भैया.
A serious prep difference coming out here.
एक wall ना एक wall नहीं है. एक पारी जा. अबे
Making away through double doors, no commando pop.
Nice.
That is going to be negating all the abilities that could be coming through.
Flashes
over the side, and even the dart. Crash's utility has just been perfect.
Nice.
One after the other.
भाई ऑप का गेम है, ऑप का गेम पूरा.
Beneath the might and weight of Optic.
And DRX looked lost when they went for that pivot through double doors, but the biggest reason why they look like headless chickens, they don't control a main.
No.
They have to be worried that people are peeking them from stairs, from back pyramid where Ye's playing from, and from a main. It's an impossible task for DRX at that point. They just need pressure.
चैम्बर ब्रिज मैप के लिए बना हुआ है, पता है आप लोगों को?
Able to get the map control early on.
मैं तो हमेशा चैम्बर खेलता हूँ ब्रिज में.
They're fundamentally losing the early round, and it makes the mid to late round impossible.
Ooh.
Victor's worked his way.
What a
deeper anger and horse past this Viper's orb.
का क्या बोलते हैं और
obviously the half buy
Viper का
money not too great for DRX, but they'd love to just win out of Thrifty. Anything to just get a bit of magic into the game.
And I feel like when I've watched DRX previously on the attack side,
पीक लेगा क्या ये वाला किल देखने को मिलेगा?
The hero. I haven't noticed that this time around.
पता है ऑप लेके बैठा हुआ है.
Been in position. He's not even been given the hero rifle this time. That's on Zest. They have tools to make this one a dangerous round too. Don't get me wrong. If they're able to entry Mako with the pit, could win a post plant.
Flash the dart play into the back. Yay.
Nice. क्या फ्लिक लगा?
Once more. Marv wants to make a bit of an aggressive play of his own. Why not? Pop flash play does feed away one of the rifles to them, but with 38 seconds left.
DRX बहुत ही गंदा पिट रहा है बे.
Get the spike down.
And they've lost the Viper's pit. Mako falling to a flash play takes the biggest.
भाई क्या होल कर रहा है यहाँ पर?
This could be everything.
मार सकते हैं.
He's just contacting into it. The sideline of Ye giving him one of the easiest kills.
ये बहुत ही अच्छा फ्लिक था.
And the reflank from Victor.
Chamber का.
Enough noise, enough distraction is being
मार
made.
दिया.
Victor not even granted any
चलो.
chance to pick up a kill or two.
And Bren, at the beginning of this map, I said Optic's attack side is so bad on in this map.
क्या 3-8 हो सकता है?
They need at least
3-9 sorry.
And I didn't think I'd
Last
say
round है.
that they've done it. But somehow against DRX, who've looked fabulous on this map all year.
चलो देखते हैं.
Optic are massively in control.
हे वो अब तो देगा उसका रिकॉन तो रहा.
Sky high for this team. You can feel it in the individuality, the plays that people are making, the disrespect that they're showing by pushing themselves into deeper angles, holding with the operators.
But again, remember, Optic's attack side win rate is about 20.
भाई अगर एम तुम्हारा अच्छा है चैम्बर जेट दोनों खेलो एजेंट बेस्ट एजेंट. तो चैम्बर को अगर डुअलिस्ट भाई चैम्बर डुअलिस्ट ही है पता है. सेंट्रल थोड़ी ना है ये डुअलिस्ट है. अच्छा फ्लिक लगाने का कोशिश किया बट नहीं लगा. नहीं शॉट लगा क्या उसका पैर पे लगा क्या?
Final round of this first half.
पता नहीं.
DRX are just again so grouped up, cowering together. It's like they are scared of.
इस बार भी मिड से जाने की कोशिश.
Show the respect. Now the Seekers, just in case someone is holding close. The smoke as well that cuts off one of the angles. But look at this, wading right into the belly of the beast once more. It's a lovely play with the dart to set it up. Buzz gets every target revealed for him, and the kills are still flooding in. One after the other, ripping off their heads.
4v2.
DRX with another very solid
Run कर लेगा? Yes.
The Seekers there from Stacks making all the difference, allowing them to get on.
Side लेकर बैठा हुआ है भाई.
And Marv, there's no way he's going to anticipate this. Beautiful. Stacks hides around a corner, and DRX
बात है यहाँ पर.
This map is not over yet.
चलो 4-8 हो गया.
Or any stretch of the imagination.
देखते हैं.
Heroics on either side, but DRX do manage to claim that fourth round. Potentially, what they need. Stay back into this one.
The desk was setting up a battle between the two jets. Victor only
कुछ भी हो सकता है बे.
not even required for that defense.
अभी मुश्किल को ऑप्टिक के लिए.
Send it down to the desk to break down the first half of Breeze.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, we set up the
चलो शुरू होने दो.
The Jets. Say that 3 times fast. But Seth, it's all about crashies.
Battle of the Jets, battle of the Jets, battle of the Jets.
Bad Jets, bad Jets.
That's what
bad Jets, bad Jets.
Crashies. Again, we have to talk about this guy at the halftime because he is having a whale of a performance.
चलो.
He's just been, I mean, how many multi-kills?
Interest होने वाला है बहुत ही.
It's been nuts.
Yeah, but guys say optic जीतना चाहिए. क्या बोलते हो?
With the Viper's bite, it has just been beautiful, clinical solo play from Crashies so far.
Yeah, in the head-to-head between the two initiator players, Crashies has been pounding.
And I think there was a moment in time where it looked like Optic was just completely running away with it. You see Marv trying to take advantage of Ye's first kill, and he goes down. This was actually DRX, one of their first few rounds that they got. In my mind, it was a lucky round, given the fact that Zest was just barely paying attention there. And then obviously there was the walk-through smoke here. Ye missed a little tap on the other side. DRX was controlling mid a lot, but that still wasn't enough to really slow down Optic at all, because when it came to actually hitting those sites, they needed a split to make anything work.
They're gonna be heading to the attack side now, Mimi, and as Josh said, doesn't look great for Optic.
No, in history, this has been a very see down there, 24% attack win rate. That's across 3 maps that these guys have played. But I think the player to pay attention to in this half is going to be Marv. We really hype him up when he's playing the controller, but this is the one map where he pivots. He's playing the initiator, he's playing the KO, and there is a lot of pressure put onto him. He's the guy flashing through those Viper walls, getting aggressive and setting Victor up. Normally, I get a little bit worried about him heading in towards his stacking side, but right now, I think the way Optic is playing is utterly different than the other times they have played Breeze. The coordination in particular between Marv and Victor this map has really been on point.
I completely agree. I think this is not going to be just a complete wash. I don't think DRX are going to get the same opportunity to just run 10 rounds consecutively.
We will see, Seth. I'm going to hand this back to Sideshow and Bren as we head into the second half.
चलो शुरू हो चुका है.
Full mountain ahead of them for DRX to battle their way back in. Again, seems a bit obvious to say, but the pistol round needs to be won for DRX.
I think, honestly, Brent, even if they don't win it, there might still be a chance.
Sure.
Because Optic's attack side has just looked so rough on this map. The question is whether Optic are going to be playing like they did in the rest of the tournament. Because their defense side didn't look like that. Looked like a brand new team.
Disrespect off the rip. Jay taking a fast approach into the bottom side of Halls, and he does coming out with the goods, and they're waiting for the repush. DRX have crumbled
2v5,
on this pistol
easy
round,
है.
Josh.
Just an absolutely flawless round.
Flash बंदा आ रहा है.
Optic find the first pick. They punish the reactive aggression. Flood into
Punishment मिल गया.
and it's all over for RB. Yeah. He's got no hope.
चल, flawless कर दे.
When Optic are playing like this, when they're locked in to this degree, they're playing like they do not want to be denied that second shot.
4 round चाहिए सिर्फ.
And not only that, you're getting players stepping up again.
Optic वालों के लिए.
16 and 4. Dominating in the first kills department, as per usual. Gets another one here on the pistol. He's 9 and 3.
क्या वो लोग रॉ में कर सकते हैं? 4 round?
And that's just normal
क्या बोलते हो?
in this tournament.
Yo, what I just did to Mako, this kid's retiring after this game. I'm 30, bro!
Oh my god.
I told you the battle was between FNS and Mako. I just didn't
इस
know
बार
how deep it
DRX भी aggressive है. हाँ. Full rush.
Aggression as well on the eco, but
भाई पीट गया DRX यहाँ पर.
I'm still recovering, man. I feel like
बहुत ही गंदा पीट गया.
I'm not even Mako.
But that's the
क्योंकि बोनस राउंड था. वो लोग भी फोर्स भाई किया ना. नहीं क्लासिक लेकर घुसा था. तो जो भी है बहुत ही अच्छा.
This should be the map where DRX are the most favored. Optic have been 0 and 3. DRX 5 and 2.
बंदा क्या कैम कर रहा है.
But for whatever reason, right here, Optic have just activated the next gear to their game.
And I think the obvious answer to that is that Optic are big
भाई
game
पता है Optic वालों को. एक बार बंदा
been in this
बैठा हुआ है.
situation before, quite literally knocked down to play in that lower bracket final. Happened at Reykjavik.
And at Reykjavik as well, they faced another Asian team that had broken through a ceiling. You had the Japanese team Zeta Division that time at Reykjavik.
Japanese team.
Way better than people had expected from them. Broke through that ceiling for the Japanese scene, but just couldn't hold it against Optic. Thus far today, it feels very similar. Yeah. And even if you
गन चेंज हो रहा है यहाँ पर. पॉप हो सकता है क्या यहाँ पर?
all time against DRX. Both of those times it went to 3 maps.
अटैक के अंदर ऑप उसे करता नहीं है ज़्यादातर.
Dominated DRX.
Let's see.
13-4. I could see it happening.
ना ऑप नहीं होने वाला.
I never thought I'd say
bonus round. No, we did not expect this at all.
ये देखते हैं वेंडल स्पेक्टर होने वाला है.
It's a flat circle.
Apparently so. DRX doing their best to break the pattern.
ये कहाँ पर है?
Have to win this round out.
Optic grouping up over here towards B. And a lot is going to be asked of RB here. Anchoring the sight on chamber. Stacks can try and break drone through, but misses it.
Beautiful flash. I mean, they are all blinded up.
Nice.
Victor just shredding them to pieces with the Spectre in hand.
Plan हो जाएगा. Mid से आ रहे.
Might be opting to try and take a fast retake. You can see the snake bite. Shocked at.
और रिवेल अगर पता चल जाएगा तो इजी है उन लोगों के लिए.
These rifles need to be saved. It needs to be a clean one.
Jet close है.
An incredibly tough retake. Zest doesn't realize how close he is to identifying 2 of these spots.
उसको पता नहीं है क्या जेट को?
नहीं
जेट को पता नहीं है.
Fights is taking place and it's Optic who coming out on top, just down to Buzz.
Nice बे. गाइस जो मैं बोला मेरा भविष्य तो नहीं सही हो रहा है. सिर्फ 2 राउंड.
And I feel like that is just the nail in the coffin.
It's gotta be right.
Look at how good this is, by the way. The flash comboed perfectly with the dash and the drone. Normally the setup there is that Stax is supposed to break the drone and allow RB to stay in his rendezvous setup and take contact. But the flash coming through blinded Stax and he can't break the drone.
Can't break the drone.
It continues to get value, it pushes RB away, it tags up Stax, and the entire defensive crossfire falls apart. Optics coordination could not be better today. It's just perfect.
Yeah, B जा सकता है.
At the right time in the tournament. Still watching the aggressive
क्या
plays,
लगा है
the
वो
high-risk
Phantom?
plays. Zest opted to take a fast line down there through B main, but
कैसे मुश्किल है DRX का. अभी कोई चांस नहीं है.
A huge round from the classic people you'd expect it from. A Buzz or a Stax.
जो भी हो रहा है सही हो रहा
Buzz
है.
has gotten a lot of kills in the map, I suppose, but
बी होल कर बट बी एक भी बंदा नहीं है. हाँ चैम्बर है साइड पे. बट बी अंदर अगर घुस जाए ना DRX तो ये राउंड उन लोगों का है. नहीं घुसने देगा मेरे हिसाब से. वाइपर आ गया, स्काई आ गया और वो लोग ए पर जा रहे हैं बे. ए पूरा खाली है. यस ए पूरा खाली है. प्लान हो जाएगा ए पर आई थिंक. हाँ प्लान हो जाएगा. क्या मारा बे ऑप्टिक. बट आई थिंक कह नहीं सकता 1v5 है.
We're talking about what DRX are playing for here.
उसके पास अगर आल्ट होता ना वाइपर के पास तो
DRX in fact
चलो.
Up until this tournament, we're not even the most successful team from Korea.
Yeah.
That would be new turn back at the very first global
खत्म
event.
guys last
They're
match.
playing here to try and get that spot, their rightful spot, some might say, on top of the Korean scene from a historic point of view. And today they are getting emphatically denied.
30 seconds left.
Refuted at every turn, every corner. Optic have an answer.
Casual reminder.
प्लान भी अगर कर लेता ना तो इजी हो जाए. प्लान कर नहीं कर पाया ना अभी. चलो फ्लॉलेस अभी फ्लॉलेस होना चाहिए. फ्लॉलेस एंड होना चाहिए.
The precipice of defeat.
Look at this as well. Recon Dart being shot down halls. I thought they were going to try and dodge the info there. Yeah. They've allowed DRX to push. That's good. Marco finds the first pick on Ye.
And the confidence, that is what you need from DRX if they're going to even find just some sort of chance.
It looked like Optic were going to try and stack up players there and fight
क्या
the
अटैक
push.
करके घुस रहा है.
Instead, a 4v5. Areas where Optic have struggled a lot at champs, but they're going for a fake play. The null command from Marv baits out the rotate.
Yep, Mako was just skipping and hopping and running all the way to the safety or to help his teammates.
प्लान करेगा
It's
क्या?
completely opened up the A site.
Apart
प्लान
from
तो वैसे कर
Buzz,
सकता है.
Buzz is still in cave and could be the danger man here.
Massive plays need to be made by this guy.
पीछे से आ गया.
The opening kill onto Victor sets it up, the distraction play.
ये defuse हो
and now the
जाएगा.
smoke. A fast play, they know that there's no players here, but the lineup has to be good. Buzz.
Yes, defuse हो जाएगा. दो smoke कर दिया.
The fragment nade, it hits, but it does not kill.
Nice. Anti. अच्छा किल किया DRX यहाँ पर. पीछे से flank कर दिया ना जेट ने.
And at this tournament, they've made great use of lifeline rounds like that.
कमबैक नहीं हो पाया भाई.
Even if we're talking about the most recent series,
रॉ नहीं हो पाया. ये सोचा रॉ हो जाएगा, but कोई ना. कमबैक तो हो रहा है. सॉरी कमबैक बोल रही. जीत तो रहा है. डैमेज खा के बंदा.
and then they recovered a 9-3 half to come back
But
with 2-0.
अगर रॉ खेल गया ना यहाँ पर DRX तो क्या हो सकता है रॉ गाइस. 5, 6, 7 राउंड चाहिए.
This map is going to be their opportunity to try and prove that they are not the same old
नहीं
team
होगा
as
मेरे
going out in 5th, 6th. The mental blockage.
And this tournament already,
ऑप्टिक वालों को थोड़ा संभल के खेलना होगा.
they're hunting for so much more. To start things out here, Buzz getting into a very aggressive
पेपर नहीं
position
घुसा
off
हूँ.
by pillar. And Stax is in a passive spot on B. He's got one
B
flash.
जा रहे हैं
When
वो
he
लोग.
gets the next up, he'll probably go for some information in B main.
देखते हैं क्या होता है.
But that's a little while off just yet. Here's that flash coming out.
फ्लैश आ गया.
Pops not into B main, but into elbow and finds somebody there. That's going to trigger Buzz to make a more aggressive move, as he knows there might not be anyone looking. And he might find all of the goods right now. The timing
Nice.
is perfect.
Molly be.
Just be majestic. Drone to try and push the players
Whatever,
in.
कोई भी
Stacks
नहीं
is
था।
really under so
Oh,
much
घुस गया।
pressure. And he will fall eventually, but this wall needs to go down. A timing for Buzz that he could take. There it is. Plan's gonna be
DRS का टीम पीछे से आ
at least
गया।
a knife for the time being. Peeks around the corner and Ye was
Nice.
watching it from the side of the wall. Optic.
दो
Every avenue, every line of sight.
Nice. Easy.
Down. And Breeze, well, wasn't there map
Nice,
pick, but
nice,
these
nice,
guys,
nice,
they
nice,
are
nice.
feeling it.
क्या राउंड गया बे?
Territory today.
नाइस गेम प्ले गैस। ऑप्टिक का दिन है गाइस। कल ऑप्टिक ने जो मार गया ना, ये पूरा बदला लिया आज। कल वाला लाइव स्ट्रीम आप लोग देख सकते हो, मेरा ही। कल जो मार खाया उसका बदला लिया आज ऑप्टिक ने। कल आउट के आगे मार गया था। अच्छा, आज ऑप्टिक को मारा, सॉरी डीआरएस को मारा, गंदा वाला।
Dominating. We said it was 13-4 last time, and I said there's no chance.
No chance is what you said.
चलो गाइस,
Off by 1 round.
अच्छा खेल गया डीआरएक्स में भी, अच्छा खेला।
Destroy DRX. And at this
कभी
point,
कभी
we said
आसान नहीं घूमता है ना।
to the DRX mental. Well, what about that?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
ओह,
Incredibly difficult task heading into that.
चलो 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 गाइस, बहुत ही अच्छा गेम प्ले गया। कल फाइनल पे देखता हूँ।
And while you would expect DRX to have the advantage because they've demonstrated a deeper map pool at champs so far, sometimes it doesn't matter. Yeah. Sometimes it's about your form on the day, your prep going in, and how much you want it.
It just comes down to that, doesn't it? At the end of the day, but one more map is what's
चलो फाइनल पे तो
happening.
हो गया
All the
डीआरएक्स,
way
सॉरी
to grand
ऑप्टिक में
finals.
डीआरएक्स
The
क्यों बोल
question
रहा
is,
हूँ?
can DRX put a stop to that? Can they, dig back into whatever it was that they developed
फ्रैक्चर
over the
नेक्स्ट में,
course of
पर
this
अभी
tournament
नहीं
to be
देखूंगा
able
और
to just
गाइस
overcome
स्ट्रीम
their
बंद
own
करूंगा।
mental hurdles.
चलो
Send it down to the desk after this break.
फाइनल पे
break down
उठ गया ना
map number 2 and also
ऑप्टिक?
for map number 3.
नाइस नाइस नाइस। श्राउड देखो यहाँ पर क्या कर रहा है। श्राउड ही है ना ये, आई थिंक। हाँ श्राउड ही है। चलो गाइस, मिलता हूँ, बंद करता हूँ आज का स्ट्रीम। अच्छा गेम प्ले था। कल फाइनल है, कल वॉच पार्टी होगा गाइस, कल आ जाना। कल 7 बजे, मतलब अमेरिका की टाइम के हिसाब से 7 बजे और अपने टाइम के हिसाब से इवनिंग का 6 या 5 बजे ना। हाँ 5 बजे से शुरू होगा मे बी। चलो जो भी है, बंद कर दो आज का स्ट्रीम। कल आ जाना गाइस, फिर से वॉच पार्टी करेंगे फाइनल मैच का। बंद कर दो आज का स्ट्रीम। थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग everyone, thank you for joining. Goodbye and take care everyone. Bye guys, bye.